So as per tradition of that is exactly 1 week's old. 1 week's.
One singular weeks.
1 singular week's old.
Weeks.
We start off with the introductions. Okay, I think okay, just making sure everything's working.
Get dunked on.
Okay, donked on, bonked on. Yeah. So that starts. Alright, so I'm gonna start off. It is I, Ronan Quincy. I'm a VTuber, half-gen cafe manager. I will be playing as the DM of this game. As for my schedule is I did not set up for the next week because I was well, one, I was being hella lazy, but second, I was just couldn't think of what I was supposed to do. I just blanked out when I thought of my schedule. I was like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I have time, but I don't know what I was supposed to be doing. Probably Elden Ring. I'm thinking as for so starting next week, instead of Mondays being my rest week, I'm gonna make Saturdays my rest weeks. Rest day, not week. So Saturdays I'm gonna be off from streaming and all that stuff. So Monday I'm gonna continue Elden Ring. I'm gonna see if I can have somebody to join me for that because I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna be honest. I'm at like the second boss, the Magic Lady's place. I don't know how to get there. I think I know how to get there.
Yeah, I beat her.
It's like the Renala lady. I was like, okay, I'm there, but I don't know what I'm doing.
There you go.
I'm just surviving at this point.
Get good.
Just get good. But yeah, so it's gonna be Elden Ring until Wednesday. Thursday I'm gonna have King's Quest. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday I'm gonna have Elden Ring. I'm probably gonna have somebody on there to help me out with that game, sort of guy, because I just want to finish the game so I can hop on to Sekiro, which is gonna be another nightmare. So Wednesday is gonna be Thursday is gonna be King's Quest because I want to finish that lovely little game. Saturday, I keep skipping days. What the heck? Thursday is King's Quest. Friday, Casual Friday. I'm gonna try my best to keep the Casual Friday thing running because I just sit there in the voice chat watching funny videos, either that or just random videos. I don't know. I just hang around there. That's the whole point of Casual Friday. Like I just sit there and do my own thing. Anybody in the cafe is free to join the voice chat. Again, I'm just sitting there doing my own thing. Saturdays is gonna be my off day, as I said, and then Sundays it's gonna be D&D at 7 o'clock. My usual streams are also gonna be around 7 o'clock ish. I'm gonna try to keep it consistent and whatnot. And yeah, that's me. So let's go down the line. Who wants to go next? Well, I did the same thing last time. I said, let's go down the line, and then I asked who wants to go next. Daft, if you want to start us off.
Who wants to go next? No volunteers.
No volunteers.
Who wants to go next? Jeff?
Daft, you sound eager.
I volunteer you. I'm Daft. You can find me at Twitter at Daftpython, but I don't really do anything on it. You can basically just find me here doing this on Sundays. Outside of that, I play D&D with Ben and Meimay, where yesterday Meimay almost killed my character in 2 hits at level 17. I was scared.
You fought probably it wasn't the hardest fight, but it was just the person was just too powerful.
Well, you're the one who started the fight.
Wait, yeah. This is the first time.
That fight, yeah.
This is like the first time you started the fight.
I can feel her Reiatsu.
But yeah.
Yeah, that's me. It's my Twitter and this.
And this. He's an amazing person. Go follow him. Show them love.
Hesitate.
No, because I was choking. I was stretching while I was saying that.
Did that made you choke?
I know I'm joking.
No, I was stretching and talking at the same time, so I was like running out of breath as I talked.
Put me on your will before you choke.
Listen, let me do my own thing. Let me choke on my own
I
time.
need to go through that giant.
There's not a lot of blood left in there.
You have poor circulation.
It's all fat. All right. That's Daft. Next up, Meimay.
No. Views. That's all I can say.
View. Give me views.
Give it the views.
Give me
Want
views.
views.
So my name is Meimay, but you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube under Imbue Art. I mostly just make YouTube videos. I try to get them out at least once a month. As the others have said, I do run a homebrew campaign, but it's not streamed or anything. And I do art for my characters. That's pretty much it. Oh yeah, watch my YouTube videos. I want views.
I want views.
That's it for me.
Also, Key, welcome in. Welcome. Alright. E.
Friend telling me that my mic is super quiet.
What? Hold on. Let me just bump you up.
Like, there's nothing I could do because, like, in Discord, my settings are like all maxed out.
Yeah, well, for me, you're like all the way up. Let me sit you. Let me do this. There you go. Now talk.
Can you hear me? Very afraid.
Can you hear
Sometimes
me?
I can still hear his voice.
He's there somewhere in the
AKA
void.
homosexual gay.
KK Holmes. All right. It should be up because I bumped everybody up a little bit. All right. We already did that. Ah,
My
crap.
art
That's
doesn't
what I
do the little-
forgot. Huh?
My
Was
art
it?
doesn't do the little jumpy thing, right?
Yeah.
It does?
Well, everybody else's does. Yours doesn't because yours isn't updating on time. Let me see if it updated yet. Yep, it still hasn't updated. It's still newer.
Hey, mine's jumping.
We'll
Yeah.
just keep Nua for both pictures. She's similar enough. They look enough like similar enough.
I guess. There. All right. So do you have? Wait, that's what I forgot. I forgot to send you the streamer. The I forgot to be a streamer. I forgot to set up the commands. I sat down yesterday. I was like, what am I forgetting? I need to do something. And I was like, okay, commands for everybody's like links and such. I'm gonna do that for next time. I'll write it on a note somewhere. Just I'll keep myself reminded. Okay, next up we have Orange.
Hi, I'm Orange. I'm a streamer as well. I stream whenever I remember to stream. It do be like that.
It's to be like that.
Yeah. You can find me here on Twitch as OrangeLock 725, and the same thing on Twitter, OrangeLock 725.
Hey.
That's all.
Yeah, do you have a schedule coming up or anything like that?
Nope. I stream when I can and when I can remember.
Hey, that's a mood. Next up, we have our new addition to our group.
Okay.
I swear to God, Selby, if you... I should... Oh, forget. That's another thing I forgot. I forgot to disable it. Hold on. There's another thing about streaming a game is I'm going to have to disable some of these... what do you call them? Pointer themes?
Sound alerts.
Yeah, sound alerts, because I don't want Salvi to be yelling at me, yelling baka at me every 2 seconds. Alright. But yeah, next up we have Hook, if you would introduce yourself.
Yo, I'm Hook. So I'm also a Twitch streamer. I'm a 3D artist. I'm also making a D&D game that's fully customizable, but that's not ready yet. And yeah, that's and I also am making a visual novel for myself. Well,
Hey.
not for myself, but for everybody. It's just in the works. You can find me everywhere: Hookening, Twitter, itch.io, YouTube, Twitch.
Okay. Is that all?
That's it.
Give me views.
Give me views.
Give me views.
I just want to feel seen.
I want to be seen.
Oh, I should probably mention about my schedule. I start every
Oh yeah.
6 Central, nearly every day. Usually on Discord, I have my schedule out and ping everybody. So yeah, there's that.
Awesome. All right. That's everybody. Player introductions. So let me just make sure everything is up and up. All right. Okay. So the game is that y'all lost the game. No reaction. That's perfect.
I'm just reading the foot dude on the screen.
Literally, the best response you could have gotten is no response.
There's no response at
No,
all.
but I won the game.
How dare.
My exemption point card.
Exemption point. Let me grab some proper music, cause why the heck's not? Well, I'm just gonna grab random music and run with it.
Proper music, SpongeBob opening theme song.
It's just the part.
Oh wait, question. Since my character art won't show up, wait, why don't you just put it like in a small little corner or right next to my face?
What do you
as
mean?
As a little image.
I mean, it was an image.
But I like to visually see the lighting up.
What?
I don't feel like
Just
I'm making
don't worry
sense.
about it for now.
That's the thing. It was an image, but the image doesn't light up because it's not. It's for some reason your Fujitex isn't linking up.
You could
I've
just,
heard
I know
Fujitex a
that
little
you just
wonky.
put like an additional image right next to
Yeah,
it.
like we want to confuse the viewers even more. Let's go with that.
All 5 players.
Yes, all of my 5 players. One of the
Everyone's
players
gonna
playing
think
2.
my character looks like one of the strongest NPCs for my campaign.
Ying, when did you get a twin?
What
All
is she
right.
doing with that?
All right. So, let me read my. Oh, ignore that. There you go. All right. Last time we left our players, they were arrested under the suspicions of the Scourge zombie attack. After the attack, a mysterious black orb appeared in front of our players and paralyzed everyone in the vicinity except for the 3 in question. Now their equipment taken away as they're held in the inner sector holding cell. Hook, I'm gonna switch over to you.
Okay.
You are, well, you know how, because being who you are, or what you are basically, to be specifically, you are resting right now. Basically,
Yes.
taking your full rest.
I'm taking a very long rest.
Yep, this is your long rest, but you also are, you cannot move. Your surroundings are dark, pitch black. You cannot see. And you get the sense you're tied up and in a box. You hear, like, after a second of like just like you, because the last thing you remember was fighting a few bandits and then just basically them trying to pick a fight with you, you being like a different creature from everybody else. And I guess you wouldn't probably know that, being as you are someone from the outer sector, mostly like you lived your life in the outer sector. Coming here to the slums, you would know that going alone is basically trying to pick a fight with someone, or people will pick a fight with you. You were met with bandits, and you had basically you dealt with them, but the moment you had to, but then afterwards you had to take a little rest, and you woke up to pretty much being tied up. Well, you don't really rest. You more like, what is that, trance, I think, or something like that, or you go into like a rest mode.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where I'm still aware, but
You can still see, but you're still resting. But while you were doing that, you were basically just basically could not move all of a sudden, and just and then afterwards it was just complete darkness. You feel yourself tied up right now, like you can get the sense that you are roped up, and you're in a box, like just by general feel of how you're positioning, how you are positioned. It's complete darkness, and you feel a tug of basically this box being moved that you're in. And after, well, do you do anything while you're locked up? You're still resting.
Well, considering that I can't really move while I'm resting, I just take in my surroundings and try to adjust the environment, or just to the environment.
All right. Throw me a general perception. It's a perception check.
Okay. Oh, gotta put this down real quick. All right. Oh boy. Ah.
Perception. You know where it is, right?
Yeah, I just need to print out my character sheet. Perception. Ah, there it is.
15. That's persuasion. Perception should be somewhere there.
Oh,
Persuade your environment.
You persuade the
yes, I
environment.
persuaded the environment.
It's like one of the most common things people confuse persuasion and perception.
I don't think I have perception on here.
It should be. It's alphabetical order, so it should be where persuasion is.
Oh, I'm dumb.
No, it's the text is pretty tiny, so there you go. 16, even better. You get while you are moving, you hear the grunting sounds of a person, and you hear footsteps surrounding you. Basically, you hear at the least, you hear 2 pairs of footsteps just walking, and you can feel that one of the persons is carrying you. You were resting at a area which was next to like a broken down house. There was so in the slum area, the how you specify areas is based on landmarks, like any specific. That's the word I was looking for. Specific landmark. So the landmark for you was a purple boulder. So it's like a giant purple boulder in the middle of the segment where the slums end and the basically the forest begins. So you were at the center area of that kind of area where like the trees start to go denser and denser, and then greenery starts to take place. Then this beaten and battered area that is the slums. While you were rested right next to this purple boulder, which is a really odd thing, like it's a big boulder. It's twice your size, and it's purple, and it's just sitting there by it. So like nobody's gonna question this. It's just there. There is civilization like 10 minutes away from this boulder. I don't know what this is about. There's no signs or anything about it. And then you were like taken away from there. You were resting at that area, and then you were taken away from there. While you were taken away, you can feel yourself being lifted onto a carriage and taken it by horse ride to a different area entirely. After 15-20 minutes of continuous bumping up, down, left, right, just a horse just gattling around, you come to a stop, and you feel yourself after like a minute or two, you feel yourself lifted up by like heavy grunting sounds. You can hear like a pair of a good number of a pair of hands just like lifting the box up, and a lot of footsteps, like just people like complaining about how heavy this is. It's like, God damn it, why is it so heavy? What even is it in this? you also hear one of the guys is like responding to that question. It was like, what's in this? I was like, you hear like someone say, it was like, well, it's a gift for the boss, and you feel yourself dragged away from the area. After 5 minutes or so of grueling sounds of people like dragging this, basically you can feel yourself being dragged into a certain area, and it's just really heavy sounds of people just grunting and dragging and complaining. It was like, oh my god, it's so heavy. Why is it so heavy? You almost at one point like you feel like you're going down the stairs at some point, but like you know how moving furniture, you like moving a sofa and you have like 3 people like moving the sofa, you have to like angle it
Pivot.
perfectly.
Pivot.
Pivot. You can angle it perfectly to get the corners in and everything. You can feel the corners of the box getting scratched up at the wall. The guys are complaining. I was like, don't scratch the post. And finally, you're put to rest in the bottom somewhere, and you hear voices finally like sounds of relief, basically, like when you put down something really heavy down. Just reminded me of like the movers. I'm having like flashbacks of like me moving stuff around in the house. Then finally, when everything settles up, you hear 2 sets of voices basically talking to each other, and you hear a conversation going. Roll me another perception. This is for the conversation.
Okay.
9. It's hard to hear, mostly because there are a few ways away you can feel like, and you're in a domed box, like just a closed-off box. But you gotta get the bits and pieces of information that you get the feeling that they're talking about you. You hear like sound. You hear a few sentences like, "Oh, this man was going hand in hand. Well, I don't think you can even call this thing a creature. It's a thing that was just fighting the Rowdy Brothers just by itself." And then you hear like this one's a really energetic voice, and then other person a really calm and deep voice responding back. It's hard for you to hear what they're saying, but basically you get the idea that has to be pertaining to like this energetic voice dude is a person, both male. Both of them are male. They're talking like explaining what you did like when you fought the bandits. You get that idea by that little nugget that you were able to hear. And then you hear a deep, calming, like much calmer voice talk back and like holding a conversation. Then you hear a little creaking sound. Do you just just still, right? Are you still resting just in there?
Well, how many hours has it been?
What is your rest limit again?
It says I think 6 hours.
6 hours?
Yes,
I think
at least 6 hours.
for you guys it's 6 hours. Okay, I think for elves it's 4 hours, but that's because they're transing. All right. All right.
I have a quick question.
What's up?
So I have a ability that lets me use like some sort of like 3 different armors. What ones do I have on? Or what do I get to choose during this resting period?
Yeah, when you take a long rest, you're able to choose which armor you have, but you have to be proficient in them, so that depends on your class. Depending on your class, I believe you're proficient in all armors. Let me see. Actually, hold on. Let me try doing this.
We should have discussed this before.
You can just choose. Let me check on something real quick. Put this here. Okay, I forgot to join as a player rather than the DM, so guys are on the stream to show up as. 1 second, y'all. There you go. Okay, that should be good. That should fix it. Let me double check on your end what you are proficient with. All right. Come on, work with me. Okay, you are Light armor, medium. Okay, you're proficient in everything, like shields, heavy, medium, and light armor. You can just choose, honestly.
Oh,
Just
I'll just
yeah, just
Mhm.
know if you have medium or heavy armor, it will impose disadvantage on stealth checks. That's pretty much the takeaway. Like you have higher AC, but it'll give you disadvantage on stealth checks.
I mean, since I was in a let's see, unknown area, I would have heavy plating just for safety reasons.
Okay. So yeah, you can keep track of that. As far as like when it comes to character sheet and stuff like this, I will leave that to you guys. Like you guys can decide which one you guys have on. If I have any question, I'll just ask you guys. So you guys keep track of your character related stuff. Let's see what else I have. Okay. So since you're resting in 6 hours, I would say you're pretty much done with your rest. Almost like just right when you hear the creaking sounds, as if you hear the box being opened. I'd say your rest is pretty much done by that point, and you come to basically full consciousness, and you see the box being opened, and you see two individuals, one short, stout dwarf with long beard, and just like really, just by looking at this man, is like you can tell this man has energy. This man has life to himself, even though given to his like he looks a little on the older side of his age. And the second individual you see in a bowler hat, really young man with red eyes, looks human, but he has red eyes. His skin is on the paler side, and wearing a long, old school like winter coat, just like a long coat, and black gloves on his hands, and he seemed to be holding a crowbar that he's the one who opened the box for you, and basically, or was the one who opened the box just to look at you. And just by the look of it, you can tell the energetic voice was the young dwarf, and the deep, calming voice was this tall man who looks like, yeah, this is a silent man. And he's just looking at you, basically examining what you are, and you are conscious, but you're still tied up though.
Oh, so I'm restrained not just in a box, but also restrained.
Yeah, you're in a box, but they opened up the box, the front of it. You're standing, but your feet, hands, and everything is just tied up. Basically, like you cannot move. You could try to open up, like free yourself instead of restrained, basically. But that's all totally on you. But you see these two individuals like checking you out, basically like what you are and everything. Do you do anything?
I just sit there and look at them. In return, studying them, seeing if they're hostile or not. Since they have not attacked me, attacked me, I'm just gonna watch and wait.
All right. The tall man looks at you examining, and he turns back to the dwarf and says, like, well, this is a very interesting specimen, man. I really don't know what this is, but I have no use for him. I don't need fighters. I need people with magical capabilities. I think I was clear about that. And you see this young dwarf is like just scratching his head. I was like, oh yeah, you're right. Basically, that look on his face, I was like, oh shit, yeah, you're right. Totally forgot about that. Just by that look, you can tell that that's what he like, has that thought process going through his head. You can put two and two together. Like this man was trying to present you to like basically give you off, like sell you off to this tall man. But he forgot what the requirements were, like what the tall man was asking. But the tall man just like looks back at you and like scratching his chin a little bit, like just like basically in thought a little bit, and replies back like, "But I do have somebody who can make use of this thing. box him back up, and I'll take care of him, and I'll take him off your hands. But since you did not deliver what I wanted you to deliver, you will not be getting, well, the entirety of your price. And you see the dejected look on his dwarf's face. It's like, but, but it's mine. That kind of face is like, just by the demeanor of this tall man, you could tell he is a very intimidating presence. He has that, like this, even the dwarf is like, even though he's like really opposed to this idea of just handing you away, even though he was not asked, at a discount. Basically, he's just giving you away for a discount price. And you, like, this dwarf is just like dejectedly just putting the box back on. Do you do anything?
I refuse, and like, I'm stood up, correct?
Yeah, you stood up, but you just tied up. It's like you're not able to move at all, unless you try to do something about it.
And my legs are tied up, correct?
Yes.
Oh. Can I make a strength check to wait, is it by ropes?
Yeah, you can discern that those are ropes, yeah.
Okay.
Can
I make a strength check to try to break out of them?
Yes, you can. 11. You try to move, and when are you doing this exactly? At what point? Are they while they're conversing, while the cover is being put on you, or is it after the cover is being put on?
When I heard that they're about to box me up.
Okay, so you see the dwarf go for the door, and you, let me see. Roll me a stealth check if you're trying to be like stealthy about it, like trying to like basically.
Oh,
like,
I'm not at all being stealthy.
Okay, so you like are openly okay. Yeah, they hear the rattling of the box, basically the box, and both of them just like take a step back as if like, it's like, oh shit, this thing is alive. Let's see. The tall man is just looking at the dwarf as like, you said this thing was not active. And the dwarf is just shrugging. I was like, well, it wasn't when I was looking at it. What do you do while they're just like having this little argument between themselves?
What do I do now?
Yeah, like you're still tied up though, because you try to like basically flex out of this ropes, but these ropes are like tied up to the joints, so like it's really well tied. You try to flex out of it, but like the ropes are just really strong, and that also causes you to rattle the box a little bit. And they see you moving a little bit, and the flash is, I'm assuming, like when you move, like you light up a little bit just by your design.
Most likely.
Yeah, so they see the movement and the life in you, basically, that you're conscious to us, like by whatever they knowledge of what you are, they have. You are conscious to them. You're still restrained. Let's see. Before you could do anything, actually, the guy, you see the tall man raises his hand, and you see more chains just like appear out of nowhere, as if like from behind you, just chains and just clog up the entire box. Well, I say entire box is just like this. You see just like 2-3 chains just like lock up you, surround the box basically. What's the word I'm looking for? Coil up the box. That's what I was looking for. They just coil you up, the box, not you, but the box. You could see it as a precautionary like action, like they're just like waiting for you to do something. It's like, are you gonna bust out? What's happening? So that's pretty much they're on guard basically. So do you do anything?
Well, considering I don't really have any other options besides, struggling.
You could. Yeah, you're able to speak, just putting it out there. But yeah, you can also try to bust out again. And that would be a strength check.
Alright, I'll try to bust out again.
20, soft 20. Yeah, you able to like first time you did try to flex out of it, you loosened it a little bit, and then the second time you tried, you just ripped the entirety of the ropes out of your body, freeing yourself. But you also have chains in front of you. Um, what do you do basically? Let's see where you take this.
Try to tear up the box from the inside.
All right, roll me so given it's gonna be really restrictive. So are you just trying to like how exactly you want to do? Are you doing this?
Basically try to like how much room is in the box? It's just like from chest height, shoulder width type, or is it like a little bit roomy?
It's fitting your size basically. So if you were to like extend your elbows, it'll be elbow to elbow.
Okay. Well, then I just thrash around.
You thrash around, roll. I don't even know what the heck. Roll me thrash. Roll me a let's say what was, you know what? Just for the fun of it, roll me athletics. It should be under
what?
skills. Athletics. It should be in skills. You know where to find it.
What was the name again?
Athletics.
Athletics. Okay.
Yeah. 10. What's the box's AC? What the heck is a box's AC? Roll to hit a box, an inanimate object. You know, fuck it. Yeah, 10 is probably like the decent AC for a lot of things. So yeah, you thrash it out. You crack open the box. The chains are still there. You get the feeling like even though you're breaking the box, the chains are still there, but you can easily like maneuver yourself. Like there's enough gap between the chains that are coiling the box that you can like maneuver yourself out of it. The moment you're thrashing around, actually no, they can't. You still have like I would say that you have movement to run around basically if you're trying to run away.
Not really run away, just like try to figure out what's going on, not really thinking of them as a threat.
Okay. As you're staying in one place?
Not really staying in place, more like walking around them, or at least trying to.
Okay, you notice when you're trying to like get out of this situation, like where you're in like the box, you're trying to break out of it. The chains remain in one place, but the box is breaking apart. Like the box is basically like the wooden box is like breaking around the chain. The chain is like hovering in one place. But you're able to get around, like out of it because it's just a one chain that is like coiling like 3 times around the box, and that's like easy for you to get out of. It's not squeezing in; it's just staying in one place, static. You hop over the chains and you just get to like walk around it. Like they see you moving and they're even more on guard. It's like, okay, this thing is free. Fuck. It's like they both have that look on it. Like the tall man is like he's calm about this, but he's on guard. Like he has one hand extended towards you. The dwarf is just losing his shit. I was like, ah, fuck. His hand is like running out through his hair. I was like, ah, shit, it's out. I need to get away from here, bro. Turns over to the tall man. It's like, it was nice knowing you. Bye bye, and just runs the fuck away. Do you do anything?
Find an exit.
You see the one that the dwarf is running towards is the one basically right towards your left, basically. But he's like the dwarf is like already halfway towards the exit.
Okay, then I go towards the exit and walk.
Are you running or walking?
Walking, legit just walking.
Oh my god, I don't know why this is funny. You start walking towards it. I'd say, yeah. The moment the dwarf is the first one to reach the exit area. While you're like working out and you can see where the surroundings is, it looks like some sort of church. It looks abandoned to all hell. Everything's broken. The chandelier is like on the ground, like on the ground. The panels, the way the people sit, they're like broken, and shattered and splintered all over the place, and the stained glass are all shattered, and it's dusty, and you can tell this place has been abandoned for years. And the exit, and you were like in the center of it, facing these guys. While the dwarf is making the exit where usually like people come in from, like the entrance of the church. That's where he's headed. The moment the dwarf reaches and like opens the door, you hear explosions. Like not explosion, but you hear people barge in from different directions, from the back door, from the door, that exit that the dwarf was trying to open the door from. There's the door, the side door that the priests come out from. Any opening that was possible, the windows, like there's people crashing in from there, and you notice people in what you would assume is a guard outfit, and they look like city guard outfit, and it looks they're holding their weapons towards you, and this person, the tall man, is like the dwarf is just like shock. Basically, it was like uh-oh, and then one problem, and then his exit got blocked. And you were effectively surrounded by a lot of people pointing their spears towards everybody, basically the three of you that were in the church. And you see one, the tall man is pretty calm about it. He just raises his hand like pretty calmly. The dwarf is like still in shock, like breathing heavily. He got knocked prone basically by the door swinging towards him. Arrows are like not arrows, like the spears are pointing towards him. There's like 20-30 people in this fairly big what is it? It's just a regular sized church. You are also surrounded by people with spears pointing at you, and you see an individual walk through the doors, and you could assume that this is a person of authority, seeing his armor is much different than everybody else's. And this individual walks in, and he seems to be clad in like different armor than everybody else is. Has much more what's the word? Purpose in their step, I guess you would say. As they're walking towards the tall man that tried to chain you up, and they're holding a conversation in a pretty low voice. So if you want to try to like listen in, because you're also being held back by these people in spears. So
and I can't actually walk around them.
Yeah, you're trying to like, if you try to like walk around, it's like there's spears on all directions towards you.
Okay, let me think for a moment.
You could try to roll perception to listen in if you want.
All right, might as well.
Yeah. 14. Yeah, you hear like a little bit of the conversation that they were having with each other. You get the feeling, like, sense that the way they're talking to each other, like, they know each other. You hear the person the new person that popped in the armor, just walking. It's like, Dalton again, just shaking his head. It's like it has a weird, like, not evil, but like mischievous smirk on their face, as if they won the argument, kind of smirk. And you see this tall man that was referred to as Dalton had still hands that are like raised up, and just respond back was like, well, you never stopped me from you could put me back in again and I'll just get out. You get the vibe that this is not the first time this man has been apprehended by this individual. Yeah, it's a common occurrence kind of situation. And you see this royal guard, not royal guard, but like a city guard personnel in armor, like tilt their head towards, like away from this Dalton individual, looking towards you. And just like you hear the like a voice out loud, it was like, okay, what is it this time? What is that? Or was that your client? And you hear like Dalton just like respond back, well, I was supposed to receive merchandise today, and in return I got whatever that is. And this city guard, and you see the people who are surrounding all three of you, the dwarf, the tall man, and you are like vigilantly like spears pointing at you. The only person loose among the royal guard, the city guard people is this man that had like basically outranks everybody. They walk towards you, and they just ask you like, okay, and you are, what are you? This person walking towards you, by the way.
My number is 70.
Wait, hold on. You're one of the contracts, aren't you?
No.
You're like an actual living person underneath all that metal?
How long has the defilement been happening?
Sorry, but no.
How long has the defilement been happening?
Oh, from you to from the outer sector. I would say it's a recent occurrence, just to make it interesting.
Then you must know that we're allies.
Yeah, but you pointing towards you, like in the glowing parts of your body as such. You are not supposed to be here.
Then why am I here?
That is a good question. Why are you out all the way away from the outer sector?
I don't know. I was duggan up and met with hostiles, and I had to dispatch them immediately.
Well, this is officially above my pay grade. So the moment I met this man, but I guess for now, you're not gonna cause us trouble, are you?
I always look for trouble.
Do you say that?
Yes.
Okay, buddy. Would you come with us peacefully? Everybody's going to the same place.
If it means answers here, then yes.
All right. As you are basically, what's the word? Taken, I guess that's the word I'm looking for. You're taken towards basically out of the church. There is a specific word that describes like you being taken to a certain place. I totally blanking out on the word.
Apprehended.
Yeah, it's not that word, but yeah, you're technically being apprehended. You're being taken away. Escorted. Yeah, that's the word. You get escorted out. That's the word.
Kidnapped.
Kidnapped. You get taken the fuck out. And that's going to leave you off because I'm so sorry. That took way too longer than I thought. I had to plan these more carefully. All right. I'm going to leave you off here at this point. And we're going to zoom back towards our three individuals that were arrested last time. You three, Morgan, HuiYing, and Leif, are in a cell. All three of you are in the same cell. Your equipment was taken away. And as you sit and wait, you see two of the noble guardsmen just sitting on the like other side of the bars, standing guard. Which HuiYing, you would know is kind of uncommon because even first of all, this is an inner sector cell. Well, first of all, HuiYing, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay. Because for you this is unusual because first is an inner sector cell. Noble city guards are supposed to be here for but they're standing guard in front and standing guard in front of a cell isn't a normal procedure anyways, but they're standing in front of it. But yeah, you just see those them standing outside, standing guard, two of them on each end.
Well, you said they're supposed to be there?
No, this is really uncommon. Usually guards don't stand in front of cells, and this is an inner city cell on top of that. So why are the noble city guards still here?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you guys also see the three of you as together. Morgan, you see a city guard ? And a tiefling lady. HuiYing, you see a tall, black-haired man in the corner of the cell, and a tiefling. And Leif, you see again a similar scene where a city guard and a black-haired man in the corner of the cell. What do you guys do?
My face is calm, but I'm panicking on the inside.
Okay.
Okay,
You
but
can
that's
see the
you
anime
every
sweat.
day.
You can see the anime sweat. The fictional anime sweat.
All right.
How long have we been here?
It started in the morning, so it should be around 11 a.m. right now. Actually, no, wait. In the morning, we started at the dawn time, so it would be around. So that would be 8-ish. So I would say it's been an hour at least. So it's 9-ish, something like that, 8, 9-ish.
And nobody has come to talk to us or anything?
You guys were put away just now, locked up. You'd assume that they're trying to get proper authorities.
Okay.
You would, at least you would know this, being you are city guard.
Are they are the guards are they looking are they, how do you call it? Is it more they're looking at us we're some bad criminals, or are they just being normal?
They're just standing there vigilantly. You can sense that you notice a great difference between your colleagues basically and these guys. They are strictly vigilant. You know those England guards that stand outside of basically at this point they're a tourist attraction and more than anything.
The ones that kick down kids.
The guards at Buckingham Palace.
Those, yeah, the one with the floofy hats and such. They're standing up like that, but they're these guys clad in shiny armor.
Okay.
The armor is gold on top of that, and they're from head to toe. They're just clad in armor, holding.
That armor.
Mm-hmm. And they're holding giant ass shield, and physique wise, they're also bigger.
Okay. Is there a way looking at them I can tell, I can judge how bad? Are we talking about execution bad?
You don't have experience with the noble sector city guard, but this seems unusual, if anything.
Crap. I'm gonna die. Starts writing my will.
Leif, you are in jail.
What happened to the meat?
Opposite of May's character, Leif is just pacing back and forth. Just oh god, oh god, oh god, I've never been to jail. My aunt's gonna kill me, oh my god.
Morgan, you see this individual, city guard, sitting there calmly, minding their business. You can roll insight to discern what they're thinking, but the other one is just outright just pacing.
I will take that insight roll. my 0 insight modifier.
I love how, like, no matter what character I play, you guys always gotta roll insight on me.
Actually, I should
Oh,
have
this
done
time I didn't build the character for insight.
Actually, I should have done the other way around. Just roll deception to hide emotions, basically. Maybe.
Hide emotions. Oh crap! I actually clicked on a bookmark. Give me a
I
second.
cast calm emotions.
Cast calm emotion.
I cast Poker Face.
I cast disguise self to make myself look like I'm not panicking. Okay, what is it? Deception. Okay. Oh wait, let me
I
change my
cast
thing.
lies.
Zone of truth. Let's scroll all the way down. Fuck.
Morgan, Morgan, you're able to tell this person who looks stoic outwardly, but you can sense the panic in their small little like movements that they're making.
Fidgeting my legs or something.
Yeah,
like that.
you see them fidgeting every now and
Like
then.
bouncing.
Oh, so Morgan, this whole time since they entered the cell, has been sitting cross-legged on the floor, with his arms crossed and his head more or less pointed towards the floor. He's not panicking. He's very calm, but he's looking at these two. One of them is panicking very silently. The other one's panicking very noticeably. And he's just gonna lift his head and he's gonna and say, "Look, we haven't done anything wrong. Calm down. Nothing they can charge us with."
Tracing faster.
I think with that,
Oh.
Leaf's just kind of like, he's right, but they stop pacing. They're just kind of standing there now, just holding, like fiddling with their fingers.
I like try to like talk so like the guards don't hear, just like for us three to hear. I just say usually they don't have these kind of city guards here. It's kind of they usually don't have nobles here.
Well, what do you expect? Something as wild as Scourge appearing in the inner city and whatever the hell that black orb was. They're probably taking some extra precautions.
Hold on, can I roll like an Arcana to like know what the black orb was, or like is it just I've never seen that thing?
You have
ever.
never seen that thing. None of
Oh.
y'all ever seen that thing.
It was a floating 8-ball.
You didn't ask it a question.
Yeah,
Will I get arrested? Seems likely.
Wait, how many guards were there?
There's two guards like right outside y'all cell.
Is the other one Trinket by any chance?
Hey, dwarf.
Trinket would let you know he was there.
Oh, you see, the difference is these guys actually take their job seriously.
And it's like we get out of the jail, we start looking for Trinket.
Hey, yo, I know a guy.
I know a
No
guy.
guy.
What is this,
You got-
divinity?
All right.
Well, yeah, I just say, well, since we're waiting here, might as well get to talk. What is your guys' name?
Get
Silent.
anyone specifically?
Both. Well, there's only two of you guys there. It's
What
like I'm
about
talking
you
to the
guys?
guards. I'm turning like my back is towards you guys. I'm talking to the guards.
Trinket from other side of the wall comes in, like head popping in, and is like, "It is I, Trinket.
Oh, hello.
It's me.
It is I." All right.
I am here.
Morgan is not. He's not jumping at the chance to tell his name.
Leaf will more than happy be like, puts her hand out, puts her hand out, and she's like, Leaf Belmont.
You cut off for the last name, but I mean,
Dang it. My mic, god damn it. Yeah, just hand out. My name's Leif Belmont.
like when you say like leave, she kind of like does his hand gesture, kind of like trying to make a tree. Like Leif, like Leif.
Yeah, I don't get the name either.
I guess my character, yeah, I'll take like the hand and I guess shake hands back. She just says, "My name is HuiYing, but you may call me HuiYing."
Wait,
HuiYing,
and now
like
HuiYing.
HuiYing. Yeah, just think of the word
HuiYing.
weighing. Like, hold on, I'll spell it out. Oh, I didn't mean to put that in caps.
Wayne. You have to refer. You have to refer it as Wayne.
Every time you say your name, you have to yell it now.
Wayne!
Wayne.
All caps.
All caps and all caps.
Never
like,
met
how
a
are you
woman that
saying
lived
that?
in capital letters.
I
Fear
think
me.
with that,
Yeah.
Leif looks over at Morgan and just kind of waves like, "Hello."
He like lifts two fingers and just kind of waves back in your direction.
All right.
Good talk. Good talk.
Good talk.
Very good talk.
He's not a very sociable man. What do you want me to say?
Your name?
Morgan, you just see these two ladies just like looking at you, anticipating something.
Are
Can I
they
roll
being
intimidation?
insistent? Like they're just not gonna leave
I want
you
you to know
alone?
that Leif is just looking at you, big old puppy eyes, like head tilted to the side, smiling.
Googly eyes.
I'm looking at you with soul-consuming eyes.
Big
Just a
ol'.
blank stare. It's like the anime scene where like the eyes like the perception starts to change where like it goes from flat all the way to like really super fisheye look.
The anime character going insane look where it
Oh my
zooms in and a
God.
fisheye lens. Morgan's just going to like, he's gonna lift his head up. Did they take his hat or does he still have it?
I didn't know you even had a hat, so you should still have it, I guess.
He looks up from under the brim of his hat, seeing that these two are still pretty insistent. He's just gonna sigh and be like, Virgil Morgan. Most folk down here call me Wyatt.
Wyatt or Morgan?
Let me see who would this pertain to. You know what, HuiYing, roll me a history check.
Okay. Oh, I hadn't. Wait, maybe I did study. Why did I
Oh,
roll so
damn.
fast?
22.
Majored in this.
Fastest guy in the West.
I took notes during class.
Wait, Morgan, your last name is your family name, right?
Yes.
Yeah, HuiYing, you immediately hear the last name and just go ping, Morgan, Morgan family, Morgan the noble family. This man is a noble.
Does not look like a noble, I will tell you that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Given that 22 that you rolled, you would know this is a family of monster hunters. Well, no, they own guilds that do monster hunting for them. They're known to
The family themselves is not known for monster hunting.
Yeah.
What? They do monster hunting, but they're not known for monster hunting?
No, they own guilds of that do monster
Oh,
hunting. But they
you'll
are a
just-
noble family.
I would imagine she was like leaning forward to hear his name, but then like after hearing the name, you just hear like go back, like lean back, just like look down. Do I have to roll deception or anything or not? Can I have a passive deception?
Are you trying to hide that you
Yeah.
know who I am?
No. I guess I have the very wait. I look, like how in like those comedy shows, like sitcoms where they like look at the camera annoyed. I do that, but I look at some imaginary camera annoyed.
You're
like from the office.
Yeah, like whenever Jim looks at the camera and go back to looking at it.
you do the Jim look.
The Jim look.
Parsons look.
Carson look with their eyes rolled, puffy lips for some reason. Uh,
Just say,
some,
"Oh."
somehow you got blinders and you're looking through them. All right. I mean, I guess you're not hiding your emotions.
Yeah.
I see that she very clearly recognizes my family name.
Yeah, she gave you some sort of reaction towards when you said your name.
I take it that means you've heard of me. Or at least family.
Not you specifically, just your family.
Ah, that sounds about right.
This is why she's avoiding eye contact with it.
Leif is just going, huh? What? She's just looking back and forth between HuiYing and Morgan, just like, huh?
And just imagine this tiefling with puppy eyes just looking back and forth
Yeah.
between these two guys.
If we're going to be stuck in here, I guess I might as well ask. What do you lot do when you're not currently in jail?
I just wait. If I'm still wearing my like guard stuff, then I'm just gonna point to my little badge, I guess, on the hat or something.
Yeah.
Is it like a significant rank of guard, or is it just like a general city guard?
For you, I guess you would know, like, everybody, it's a common knowledge. I guess you would say that that's common, like city guard. Like how the way the city guard works is that there's a captain, and the captain has their own squad that is basically not governed, but like they look over a certain area, like a certain district. They manage. You would say you could tell that she's just a regular guard. Working under a captain.
Ah, the city guard. What about you, a little one?
Um, I work at a dancer at a local theater. I'm a backup dancer. She does little jazz hands.
Okay, this is a dumb question. Okay, but is what's the pop culture like? Does K-pop exist?
I'm gonna say probably not.
Or something
Does
similar?
K-pop exist? Let me just invent Korea in my game real quick. Let
Something
me.
similar to K-pop.
Do TikToks exist? Does my
Yeah, the
character
TikTok-
Beware.
TikTok
Please
dances?
tell me TikTok
Beware,
exists.
God is reinventing Korea.
Oh my god.
Please tell me TikTok dances exist.
All the TikTok dances are in books and libraries with animated pictures.
Animated, I'm Anita.
Oh
Start
my god.
dancing.
I took
Ronan.
I took psychic damage from that. Alright. The DM takes damage. Pop culture wise, not K-pop equivalent. There is like famous celebrities. But by the sounds of Leif, she works at a regular theater as a just imagine like a high school theater management, like not by the kids, but the actual. Well, not actually.
Like
just
a-
imagine university. I guess you would say.
Yeah. I was just saying like a local theater, kind of like school theater, like the university school kind of thing.
Yeah.
They put on like little home shows. Little
Yeah.
theater.
Okay. Yeah. Local theater. Yeah. That's pretty much what you get.
And hearing that this tiefling works as a dancer at a theater, Morgan's eyebrow raises and he's just like, fight well for a dancer.
Yeah. You all saw her fight with a halberd, no less.
What shows do you do where you have to do that?
Dancing is an intense sport. I will say
Yeah, but it
that
doesn't
much.
usually involve weapons.
Not with that attitude.
Keep your
Okay,
attitude to
actually.
yourself.
Leaf just kind of like smiles, like kind of awkwardly, like twiddles with their fingers. They're like, I just got lucky. Think. little nervous now. Ugh.
As you guys are having this conversation, you guys hear a little commotion coming from the outside.
Is it Trinket?
Church is back.
Trinket run back. You guys hear commotion in a sense that like it's like people talking and but let's see. Oh, or 70 in this case. Also, I think I didn't specify before. I'll be referring to you guys as character names. So 70.
Yo.
You are when you were escorted into out of the church, you were put in a horse carriage. All of everybody, you were put in a separate horse carriage, other than the tall man and the dwarf. Like you guys were separate, and you were carried off about like 10-15 minutes of like horse carriage, and this horse carriage, you get the sense is much faster than normal. That you I guess it's like I don't know what your personal experience would be with your character, but the one that you did when you were like boxed up and tied up in a horse carriage, compared to that, this is much faster and oddly smoother. I don't know how that works. Like it's faster, but it's smoother at the same time. And it's
a lot more grease in the wheels.
Yeah, it's much more efficient in that sense.
It's those energy efficient horses they're using these days.
Electrical horses.
Electric horses.
Organic horses.
Yeah, it's a hybrid.
Organic.
Yeah.
How you charge them?
Organic hybrid cage-free horses.
Oh my
V8.
god.
A V8 2 horsepower fuel injected horse carriage.
There's like this slaps the top of a horse. This thing can handle so much.
Manual stick.
And as you slap it, it just kicks the person behind it.
Just horses. Yeah.
There's so many fighters in it.
Oh, you put so many fighters in it. I hate that. Okay. About let's say it's more than 20 minutes or something. So you spend on the carriage. The carriage is like holds about like 5 to 6 city guard. You see the man that talked to you is sitting in the front of the carriage, and you're like in the middle of it. Like people, these guards are just like pointing their spears at you, like they're actively like keeping you in one place, basically. As you are taken to this small area, as you're leaving this area, you notice the surroundings. It's like the more you travel over time, the better the environment is getting slowly. So basically, you're leaving the slums and entering a different area. That you're entering the inner sector. You have never seen the inner sector, I would say, or since your defection was recent, I would say you have never seen inner sector. There are houses, there are residential areas, and there's a market areas. Like it's bustling with different kinds of people. People with 2 legs everywhere, which is not your experience. You've ever since your activation, I would say, it's either been other constructs or 4-legged creatures, like centaurs. Every now and then you would see like 2-footed creatures, but over here they are just rampant. They're everywhere. And finally, the carriage comes to a stop as you're loaded off. And you're a hefty dude. Also, I am a dum-dum. I forgot to like ask you what your character looks like. As a good time as any, as you're led inside a building that it's a very like interesting looking building. It doesn't look like a residence area. It looks like you don't recognize it, but it looks different than every other building in the area. And you're led in, and you follow a certain passageway. You find you see that the man in charge that talked to you earlier He's talking to people inside in the counter, the front desk basically, and then you're led further in, and where you see bars and cages and such, and you see 2 guards in front of one cell that contains 3 individuals. And the 3 individuals, Morgan, Leif, and HuiYing, you guys see Sammy, would you like to describe what you look like?
Let me bring up the little.
Oh, I
info
would
thingy.
not.
No, refuse.
No.
Wait, what?
Take a guess.
No. Okay.
All right. What do you look?
Go off.
Let me. Okay. What I've written, tall and slender body made up of partially regenerative exoskeleton and enchanted wood, long arms, long legs, a blank plated face, narrow to the tip. That's about it.
All right. Do you look like a person?
Metal.
Okay,
Like all metal, like kind of like a knight, but like there's something uncanny about it.
yeah, something's off. You all see this, like even the movement of this creature, this person question mark is like it's as Hook puts it, it's kind of uncanny.
God, we're being approached by a VTuber model.
God damn it. Oh, you just had to.
You went there.
You went
I
there.
had to.
You
Any
went
apologies,
there.
but it was right there.
As a VTuber, I take offense to this.
Super.
Oh my god. Okay, do not hurt my friends with that. They call me.
How dare you make that sentence?
Y'all need to understand how much psychic damage I took when they called me an E-tuber.
Hey, me, just me. It was only me who called you.
Oh,
Because you.
I heard that. And I was like, yep, I took damage from that one. Yep, that one hurts.
VTubers are fun. Who cares?
Give me a moment.
We're having an E hangout.
All right.
Come on.
We can
come
wait
back.
on.
Yeah, everyone's like sounding like static.
Oh,
Oh, all right, rejoin.
all of us
God,
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
my side.
just got to be sure.
too. Okay.
Just gotta make sure.
It's
Did
better
I
now.
also?
Okay, everybody's good?
Are we good?
We good.
Okay, we good. All right.
The world is collapsing.
Everything's. Oranges. Orange use static every now and then, but it's fine now. I think I don't hear it as often now.
Okay, hopefully. I thought I fixed it. Whoops.
Yeah, it's every now and then. Yeah, it's not as prevalent as it used to be.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, you sound good though. Okay. Okay, yeah. So you guys see that this person with a big old question mark at the end of it in the parentheses walk in, and 70, you are basically guided in, like basically this the man, the city guard man that talked to you, basically guides you. It's like, okay, so you're just gonna wait in here while we process you? Just try to figure out what your deal is. And as you walk, do you walk in the cell?
I walk in a cell, but then I say, make it quick. I need to get out there.
Okay. This man just like looks at you like a little on guard about you, 'cause, like knowing what you are. Takes the one step and I was like, yep, be as fast as possible. HuiYing, by the way, this is on the other side. Like, this is not you guys' cell. This is the cell right across you guys. It's a separate cell. like as you guys like as this HuiYing, you see this city guard man. He's not from your area. You do not recognize him. So the only thing you can assume is like he's not from your sector or your area in general.
Are we still in the same sector, like same area, or are we just in a different area?
It's
I
in the
recognize where I'm at.
This is your.
Okay.
I guess precinct is the best way to put it.
Okay.
We're out of
the-
your jurisdiction.
Yeah, but this individual, this city guard, that person that's wearing a city guard's garb is wearing a like it's he's you do not recognize him. You never worked with them, and he just admitted somebody into the cell opposite to you guys. He is a little taken aback looking at you guys' end as like seeing two noble city guardsmen just standing there on guard, as just like thinking to himself like, what the fuck? Like something weird happening. And as he leaves, you guys, something weird happens as everything stops. Not everything. You can feel the man that just was like about to walk out. He just stopped in one place. And the city guards, the noble guard that were in front of you guys' cell, they were like not moving around but in general, but they were like still, like a normal human movement where they're like standing in one place, they're still breathing, and you can feel that. There are still like those normal sounds of sniffing or any stuff like that. That stops as well, and it feels odd. Like, and you three recognize it. It's the same symptoms that when the black orb appeared. And the moment that visual comes to you guys' head, a black orb appears from the ground in between the cells, basically. It's the same size of a basketball. 70, you also see this, and you see the guy that just directed you into the cell and just had a chat with. It's like he's about to leave he opened the door to leave the cell area, but he's like stops and like as if he was paralyzed. You can see the expression on his face as if he's like shocked. And you see the two guards that are in front of you, like guarding the cell, with the three individuals across the hallway. They're also not moving, as if like there's some sort of struggle there. You can't really see their expression because they're fully plated in one place, but there is some sort of struggle as if they cannot move at all. And there's a black orb, size of a basketball, hovering in the center of between the two cells.
Not again.
Oh fuck, not this again.
Leif is looking over at HuiYing and Morgan like it's happening. It's pointing at it. The thing. Do you see
Morgan-
that? Do you see it?
Ew, ew, ew.
Morgan's gonna stand up and walk towards the front of the cell, trying to get a closer look at this thing.
You try to, it's pitch black. It's not reflecting any light. It's like you try to look at it and it's gives you this odd feeling of that, as if whatever you visage you're looking at is as if it's a hole in the picture that you're looking at.
It's Vanta Black.
Yeah, it's like the black. It's like
No, not Vanta Black.
Yes, it's like the blackest color. Yeah, but it's like there's like that paint, that like the darkest paint ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
Vanta
like the
Black.
That's
yeah.
Vanta
Like the
Black.
blackest
Okay,
black.
okay, that's what that is. Yeah, okay, it's pretty much
Of
that.
Anish Kapoor.
Yes, it's pitch black. Nothing is reflecting off. It's just as if it's a hole in your vision that's there and is prevalent.
Is there like a pebble or anything nearby that I could pick up and toss at it?
I would say it's pretty barren. I wouldn't say there's any pebble or anything. a small debris that you caught in your foot, I guess, that you can just chuck at it. Or caught in your shoes is what I meant.
See if there's like a pebble stuck in my boot, and I'll throw it at the orb and see if anything happens.
Yeah, you look at your boot, you see like a small, tiny little pebble, chunky, little chunky, and you chuck at it.
Leif is just gonna be whispering like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
I throw Leif at the orb.
Pick up the tiefling and you chuck it. The moment the pebble make contact with this orb, you see it turn into dust.
Morgan's gonna like take a slight step back at that, like, that's not good.
And it is very odd the way it turns into dust. It comes in contact, it turns into dust, but it loses all of its. You know when you chuck something, like and it's like hitting the mattress, like it loses all of its inertia. It turns into dust, but the dust crumbles off of it as if there was no momentum towards it, and it just like usually when you chuck something like a rock or something, and it breaks on contact, the dust like turns the dust basically like poofs out in the air, like it dissipates.
Like sand?
Oh my god.
But
Like a mattress?
what?
Like when when you clean like blankets sometimes when there's dusty, they just kind of like
Kind of like the dust like flies off. You threw this pebble, the dust, you were expecting some sort of, like, even if it disintegrated on the spot, it didn't dust off, it just crumbled like sand and fell to the ground.
Like it was like there were no physics from the throw.
Yeah, no, it just crunched up, disintegrated on contact, and all the sand that it turned into was it just crumbled down, like water, basically. Like it's an odd visage.
Morgan's he's gonna keep facing the orb, but he's gonna start backing away from the bars, and he's gonna make motions with his hands, telling the others to stay as far from this thing as possible.
I will move to wherever's.
I run straight at the orb.
I go
Yes.
and touch the
Final
orb.
release.
Activate my
Sand.
Bankai.
Finally.
Ronan, what was the guard doing in front of me again?
Which one?
The one that just locked me up.
He was about to leave, like the area. Like he let you in, and they closed the cage behind you, or the cell behind him, and he was about to leave the area. But you see that, like at the end of the hallway or something, as he was about to leave the area, like there's a door at the end of the hallway, and he was about to open it and leave. He opened the door, but it's stuck in one place.
Ah. I just sit there and I just sit and speculate, but also am aware that thing is dangerous, and I step back a bit.
You guys look at this ball for like a minute or so, and you guys hear a cracking sound. And you see the ball with this hole in you guys' vision start to crack, and then split in half as it turns to dust itself into nothing. And basically, yeah, it just diffuses
Sorry.
into. You good? Was that a sneeze?
Yeah.
Okay, bless you.
Bless you.
Oh man, sneezed.
Confusion. Okay,
Your sneezes.
the dust out of the orb makes you sneeze.
You have allergies.
Yeah, it turns to dust. What you would assume is dust of some sort, as it crumbles and into nothing. Like there's no remains of any kind left. And you see all the people, the three people in general, the three guards that are there, the guy who's about to leave, and the two guards that are stationed in front of the three individuals. They start to move again, as if, and they're on guard, just looking around. What was like looking around, just yelling, "What the hell was that?" And just they are in panic mode, as like looking around to you guys who are able to move. looking at the new addition that walked in. They were able to move. He's just looking around. What is happening?
Our guess is as good as ours.
You see, like one of the guards, like breathing heavily and just like runs as the new city guard that came in with the new guy. Like he runs back to the cells and just looks around. It's like basically having a conversation with this with the noble city guardsman. You see, like, what the heck was that? Why couldn't I move? And they're just having a back and forth of same similar conversation that they had. It's like, I have no idea. I don't know. We were just standing there, and there's just black orbs just came out of nowhere. Just having this back and forth talk, and then they basically like look at you guys as if, like you guys had something to do with it, and they're also having this like, it's not possible that anti-magic should be up. Why is this not magic? And the guy, the city guard, the regular city guard that came in, he's like, okay, I'm gonna call someone. This is above my pay grade. He just dips out. He just dips.
I need a raise.
I need a raise.
I don't get paid enough for this.
Yeah. He's like, okay, I'm done. This is above my pay grade. I'm leaving.
Putting in my vacation hours.
My 2 weeks notice. As for the one noble city guard, the one of the two just headed off to outside to, like, I guess you would assume grab someone. But the other one stays there, just like on guard, like much more on guard. He's holding his weapon with 2 hands now, his spear with 2 hands. And he's just like looking at you guys and the guy, the newcomer, and then back to you 3, like back and forth, basically keeping an eye on you guys, not doing anything funny. And
we have done literally nothing since we got here, bro. What you looking at?
Just awkwardly standing.
I'm guessing they don't suspect me either, or they also suspect me.
They were able to see you move as they were facing you. Because the way this paralysis is that you, even if you're standing still, your body like judders up into a position where you're not able to move.
Oh, so basically, not REM sleep.
It's a sense of paralysis, yeah.
Paralysis.
Yeah, and they could see
paralysis demons.
Yeah, pretty much.
Really, black holes or paralysis demons.
Leif is a fiend, technically.
After a while of like just this tense air, it breaks off by a familiar voice to you, Leif, as a door to the end of the hallway slams open and you hear out a pair of armor, like a set of armor, just rush in, and it's like, Trinket here.
Oh my god.
Son of a bitch.
Leif is just smiling very widely, like, Trinket!
Hello, random citizen. Wait, I know you. You're Leif.
Hi, Trinket!
The heck are you doing in the jail?
I'd like to know that too. Did you ever find your person you were looking for?
Oh yeah, we found them. They were hiding very... How should I put this? How do you make an armor out of watermelon?
You hear my character giggle.
Exactly. Well, they were pretending to be a watermelon stand at one point and we found them. Anywho, what is happening here? A lot of commotion?
Can I tell Trinket what happened?
It's your choice. What do y'all do? He's asking.
You know what happened?
Do you know what happened?
Start
Can
crying.
someone have
Just
to
start crying. Start crying.
Starts crying.
Put me in jail and I'm scared.
I
My meat! No one's called my aunt yet!
My lawyer, no one. My guardian.
I got my
Oh,
phone
yeah.
call.
I know my rights. Not allowed to-
Uh,
I turn to them and ask, I like to know that myself.
Holy moly, what the hell is that?
Would
Are
we
you-
know what that is?
At first glance, it's kind of hard to tell. Let me see, because roll me what this would be. Intelligence. You know what? Arcana. I'll give it a skill on it. Roll Arcana. Whoever wants to just discern. Oh, okay.
That's a natural 20.
Oh,
Morgan was ready.
shit.
Me try.
Damn.
What the fuck?
HuiYing.
Wait, I want to try.
My
Wait,
character might
Arcana?
my character might have studied this.
Oh my
You said
god.
Arcana, right?
Yeah, Arcana. Yes.
Let's see what we got.
Did I? Is that
a
a zero?
0 but a 12.
Oh my god. Well, luckily
Heaven
it's
or
not.
hell, let's rock.
Oh my god. Roll 20. What the fuck?
Shiny.
Like I'm,
Fucking disco ball in the jail cell across from us.
that's for the viewers. That's a natural 20, a natural 1, and a 12. But on the other side of the whale, it's a natural 1 again. But luckily, it's not a disadvantage, so we go with the left number. Oh my god. Okay. Only Morgan gets it. Morgan, you it took you a while because the way this person is at first glance, it looked like a person clad in armor. But the more you look at this individual, the more you realize, like, oh, that's a construct. Because you see the glowing wiring underneath the platings. The eyes, where at least you would assume where the eyes are glowing set of, basically a glowing set of eyes looking back. And the way the uncanny movement, just like it snaps to you, is like, yeah, this is a war machine right across the other cell, basically, the cell across you guys. It is not supposed to be in the inner sector. They're only supposed to be in the outer sector. They're built for the outer sector. They're built in the outer sector. They never leave that area.
Morgan's gonna walk forward, scratching his beard, and just like, I know what you are. They've read about your lot. You're one of those metal men they made for the outer districts. You're one of those metal men made for the outer districts. You're a machine of war.
Somebody snaps his head to him and says, "You're half right."
You fill in the other half for me, please.
I didn't come from the outer district.
Where did you come from?
I think we have more important things to tell, or, excuse me. I think we have more important things to worry about than history.
As you say that, Trinket, this man, this really, he's wearing a similar armor to the royal, the noble guard that were guarding the three individuals. But he's much more. His movement is much more flamboyant than anything. That's the best way I can describe it. The moment you say like there's much more important things to be discussed, he like snaps his fingers like, oh yeah, speaking of important, he pulls out a piece of paper and just hands it to the noble guard that was guarding you guys. Like, here's a piece of paper. We're supposed to escort them towards Mr. Ice Dragon. And he just like gives it like a little shudder to that name.
Isn't that a name any of us know?
Ooh boy.
Check.
Roll history, all of you.
Oh boy, I'm not statted for this anymore.
Yay! I'm really dumb.
19.
Okay.
Damn.
Let's see.
I'm dancing too much.
So that's a 12, a 4, 26, and 19. HuiYing and Morgan, you two get it. Ice Dragon, the way they said it in this setting that makes sense to you is um, basically equivalent to a chief. So you would have the city guard, then you would have the captain, and then you have there's one rank above captain, and then you have the chief, I guess. I'm gonna call it chief for now because I forgot what the actual rank was. There is an individual nickname by the nickname of Ice Dragon. People just refer to them as Dragon. And by what just Trinket just said, you guys are being escorted towards them.
Great, more officials.
Is it another noble?
You guys would assume so because only nobles hold high level positions.
Is Amiri cutting out?
Cut out, yeah.
Oh, did I cut out?
Yeah.
Let me rejoin.
But it's gone. Raise hell.
I'm back. Okay. What I said was like only you would assume they are a noble because only nobles can hold high level jobs.
Classist bullshit.
Yep. The society is heavily classist here. The guard that was protecting you three looks at the piece of paper and basically try to verify it. And you see him like put his thumb to a certain piece of this paper and then just shake, like nods his head and it's like in affirmation and then hands back the paper. He tells all 4 of you actually to stand away from the cell and to one by one. Yeah, he just like takes his spear, like rings it against the bars. Like, he's like, okay, I want every one of you stay away from the cell. And you points at you, Morgan is like, one by one, I want you guys to move out of the cell.
Sure.
Okay. So Morgan, then HuiYing, and Leif as you guys leave the cell. And then he turns toward the other side of the cell. 70, he opens up your cell. You there. It's time to head out.
And I say, yes, sir.
This guy just like nods. So far you've been getting reactions of like, what the fuck, what are you, stuff like that, but this guy is much more calm about it, even though he just experienced something wild. And as you guys are heading out, you guys are led by Trinket in the front and this noble guard in the back. As you guys are sandwiched between 2 noble guards, you guys are escorted out of the building, and you see you guys are it's weird. Trinket is the only one now leading you guys. The noble's guard that was guarding you guys stops at the entrance of the city guard building and then sees you guys off. As now Trinket is the only one leading you guys towards and higher, basically like towards. Actually, yeah, you guys are taking a horse carriage again. So you guys are put on a horse carriage. So one by one, you guys like Trinket is like, okay, time to get on.
Ronan, can I ask a question real quick?
What's up?
If memory serves right, I don't know how the nobles feel about tieflings. Because I know in the world they're kind of like I don't say natural, but it's not normal to see them.
It's not normal in a sense because you are not from tieflings are not from here. You are considered foreigner.
Can I make a roll that about what their intentions are for me? Like, are they hostile or like just judging by if they're, obviously they're scared and intimidated of me.
Roll me insight. That's the best way I could discern that. 15, yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's pretty much how you described it. It's not hostility; it's more caution than anything. You are considered a war machine, so they're much more cautious, and on top of that, you come off as an actual person at first. So they're being more cautionary than anything. It's like if you don't do anything, they're not gonna do anything because they recognize you are still part of the military.
Okay.
So they recognize you as a not as a like a rank, but it's more like a okay, you are. It's odd for you to be here, but you're not an enemy, quote unquote. Like just only concern is like you're here, but you're also a war machine. So like that's the only concern. Is
Okay.
that kind
Gotcha.
of yes, that kind of cautionary take on that. You guys are put on a horse carriage and taken away towards the higher elevation, much higher than any of you guys have gone so far. If I can, oh, that's the wrong tab. If I can get the music to work. All right. As you guys are going up, the feel the carriage ride feels smooth anyways, but as you guys are like it's like a 30-minute horse ride going up in elevation every now and then. You guys are feeling the change in. It's like going from a rural area to a city area. Like there's actual roads now, and you feel pavement. The ride becomes much smoother. The infrastructure is vastly different now. It is cleaner. It is. It looks like you're. How should I put this that in a word that actually makes sense? Basically, going from a rural area to a really expensive. What do you call that? Like a
Basically going up to
urban
the suburbs.
Basically, yeah. I think that's what I was looking for. Yeah, it's like going from a rural area to a rich neighborhood. That's what I meant. And by knowledge of everybody here, you guys know that this is how it works in Cordolia. The higher in elevation you go, the higher in status and basically improvement there is in infrastructure and status and livelihood and such. As you guys are just going higher and higher, Morgan, you who's noble among the party, have not been as high at this area as you are led to this really pristine building. And you guys are dropped off. And Trinket jumps off his horse carriage and shows the paper to you see the front guards. And this building is similar to HuiYing. You would recognize this is similar to equivalent to what a city guard station would be. But if it was like bumped up to like 1,000 or something, because it is much larger, much wider. It's like, I hate to compare that, but it's like walking into Oran Host Club, the academy.
I love it.
It's like
kiss, fall in love.
It's like walking in there.
I open the door. I see Tamaki Senpai.
Oh my god!
Wait,
Boy
I need to look
senpai.
up. I need to look this up. What is it called?
I hate it. Okay, it's the anime or in the high school host club. It's like it's just a bunch of rich kids doing goofy ass shit.
Rich.
Yeah, the whole shtick is that everything is everything is just
They have too much
expensive.
time on their hands.
Rich kids who have too much time. So yeah, it's just like it's pristine, it's clean, it's expensive just by looking at it. Leif, you are the most out of place person here. Like you and Semini just like feels like it's like you should be in a war zone constantly, but Leif,
Yeah,
you
this
are
is very unfamiliar to me.
yeah, and
Flashbacks.
oh my god. Leif, you feel out of place mostly just by like it's like, what is a commoner doing here? Kind of situation.
I'm moving up in the world.
I'm being
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride.
going from an inner city jail to a noble city jail.
Wow, it's quite the field trip.
I meet.
Oh,
Oh
real.
Lord,
The sudden realization. Trinket.
what is it?
Did you bring a bag of meat? There's a brown bag, and like I'm in like making movements with Leif is making movements with their hands of like a bag shape. They're like, there's a brown bag with meat. Please tell me you grabbed it.
Trinket is like scratching his helmet. I was like, I mean, there is a box with your guys' items in it, but I don't think I'm allowed to give you guys that. So
Something tells me that's not exactly refrigerated.
it's
Don't worry, it has a PR button on it. It should be fine.
it's fine.
It's
Don't
in
worry.
a Ziploc bag. It's fine.
Literally just put it in my bag.
Don't worry, I put a lock on the box, so it should be fine.
Let me use this bag of meat to break out of this fucking carriage.
All right. As you guys walk into this uber pristine building, you guys are led to you guys are met with like just a different environment entirely as a city guard in an inner sector which was like broken down as you guys are just like, okay, there's a front desk, you guys are led to directly to your cells. This feels like a 5-star hotel.
It's like Eagleton where they have like goodie bags and stuff.
Oh my
Somehow
god.
I don't feel it's like that.
Lord. It's a police station, Jesus. But it is
Maybe
it is
I doubt it's like Angleton, okay?
you never
Sure.
know.
oh my
Leif
god.
is just staring in fucking amusement, like not amusement, but bewilderment of like, wow, this building's so pretty.
Yeah, for most of y'all, this is like out of this world. Like, what the fuck is happening? Kind of situation. It's like this is never. You guys have never seen this kind of infrastructure. It's HuiYing, for you. It's hard to believe that this is a police station. Like, what the fuck? What kind of funding do they have?
I walk around as if I'm like, you know how like a rich person would like walk around the slums all disgusted and shit? That's me, but in the rich noble area. Walk around like I'm disgusted.
Ew, rich people.
Ew,
Yeah.
rich people.
Yeah. All right. You guys see Trinket show the paper up to the front desk, and they verify it, and you guys are led to. You guys are not escorted by anybody other than Trinket this entire time. You guys get the sense like,
You could probably escape pretty easily.
just run away. But yeah, it's like the entire time you guys are like, one would assume like you guys are entering a noble area entirely. It's like they would even stop you, like take a look at anything, like there would be more guards or anything. But nah, like whenever Trinket shows up the paper, like you guys are led by Trinket himself. As Trinket leads you guys to various stairs. Not stairs. There are stairs, but there's also elevator mechanism where you see him push a button, and the stone slab. It's like a really fancy stone slab lifts you upwards. This vertical tunnel. As you guys are hovered up, you guys can feel you can hear the sounds of these like machine, like arcane magic just taking like whizzing up, like and just taking you guys hovering upwards to various floors, and finally you guys are met with a walking a lot of hallways and such. You guys are met with a pair like it's odd. One would assume in this pristine building you guys are being led to someone named Ice Dragon, which who is the one who rolled high for the Ice Dragon? It was Morgan and HuiYing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You two would like seeing the status of this individual to be met with something like extravagant, but it's a simple wooden door in front of y'all, and Trinket just points. It was like, okay, so I was supposed to lead you guys up to this point. he just opens the door and just like slightly, and then knocks on it after opening it, and just stands back and then just like waits, and then you guys hear a very deep, not very deep, it's just a man's voice from the inside, and just like you hear, enter. And Trinket just like waves at you guys, like, go. Like this is pretty much where I was supposed to take you guys. I'm not allowed inside.
Morgan will nod to Trinket, not super seriously, because like, how do you take this man seriously? And he'll just walk into the room.
Rest of y'all.
Leif will just take Trinket. Bye. And then
Bye-bye.
right in.
And he waits for y'all to get in. Is everybody getting in?
I stare at Trinket for a few moments before entering.
Get rid of.
I'm walking in very cautiously. Not cautiously like I'm scared, but cautiously like ew.
Ew, poor people.
Ew.
Ew, rich people.
My attitude
Rich.
literally screams ew, rich people.
That's the weird part, HuiYing, that like you would imagine like this room would also be like extravagant and rich and like clean at the least, but the moment you guys enter this room, all you have met with is books, papers all over the place, scattered. There's a desk in front of you guys. First of all, the size of this room is like a studio apartment. There's a huge desk in the end of like next to the window area, and the walls are just covered with books, like the haphazardly put in. There's a side table with a globe on it, and also had papers in it. There's the papers on the floor. There's the papers on the guest couch, which you assume is the guest couch. Just every. Oh my god! I'm getting a call.
I'm Kevin.
Yep.
Hold on, Ice Dragon's getting a call.
I started getting a call.
Take this.
Don't you hate it when people call you and say, hey, please wait until you've been answered?
Hold on,
Did you
let me-
call me just to put me on hold?
Yep.
Second, let me just respond back, and then alright, I'm back. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, so this is a mess. Like the entire area is just a mess, and you see under the side of this table. The best way I could describe this man's is what is his name? Edgeworth from Ace Attorney.
Oh my god.
Oh,
That's the best I could describe.
Objection.
Pompous.
He is hair long not long hair, like a long hair but tied in a ponytail in the back. That's the kind of variation to it. Dark brown hair split in the middle, and then like they're like arcing on the side of his face. Really stern face, young man, around HuiYing would be like around your age, very young. But he has this very for someone who like he has the young features to his face. He has one bitch of a face that he's like stern look, like glare, I guess you could say.
Oh, he's like the guy, the redhead from Horror High School.
Oh my
You
god.
stop,
Casanova?
please.
Bossa Nova.
It's Casanova, but whatever.
Yeah, you know
Casanova.
Boston. I just thought.
Casanova. Yeah, he has this mean glare, and he's just sitting there with his hands crisscrossed, and then he's just like looking at you guys enter, and he's wearing like this really, which is supposed to be a nice suit, but it's like the top button, like he's like, actually it is a nice suit now that I think about it. Like in contrast to his room, he is well dressed. Nice suit, collar, like a tie all the way up, buttoned up and everything. He's like he's clean and clear, but his visage does not fit in this room, which is a total blast of a mess. Like legit, like as of a hurricane, like what do you call it? Like, yeah, just basically a hurricane just went by, like a tornado just went by and blew all these papers up right before you guys came in. Like, it's just a disaster.
He's just Victor from Arcane.
Kind of. But yeah, as you guys enter, this man just like looks at you guys like, oh, finally you guys came in. Please have a seat.
Look around, trying to find somewhere to sit.
It's all papers. There's a guest couch that people can sit in, but there's also papers there too, like with scribblings on it and typings on it. Oh, just don't mind the mess. Just move it out of the way. And this man is still sitting, looking at you guys.
Morgan will remain standing.
70 will remain standing.
I will I'll sit on the floor, I guess.
On a stack of books.
I join HuiYing and I'll just find like a little spot on the floor that there's no like, or I'll lean up against the couch, kind of like half sitting, half leaning on one of the like chairs, like the arm.
I'm like proper sitting like on my knees.
He's
like foot tucked in.
He's looking at you guys individually. Looks at you HuiYing. You see like there's a cold presence around this man. The glare that he's giving off, like it's just the way he talks, the way he's presenting himself. Like he has not moved from his spot. Like the way he's like his hands, like his fingers like across, and the hands are like locked in the gesture, and his chin resting on top of his crossed arms or hands. And he's like looking at you individually. HuiYing, he looks at you, then turns to Leif, and looks up at Morgan, who's still standing, and then right next to him. 70 looks at you, judging with like a smile, like trying to discern what you guys are, like reading you guys. There's like a good silence for like 10 seconds straight, like just silence, and he's just staring at you all, this glare at his face. His voice, like when you said like is just giving you guys like, oh, you guys are finally in, it's like find a space to sit down, does not match his glare that he's giving off.
He's seen some shit.
It's roll insight, I guess, if you guys want to discern what the fuck's happening.
Sure.
Not
figures.
Insight.
11.
Damn it.
And sit.
We're all head empty here, aren't we?
Oh, everybody roll. That's a 3 from 70. That's Morgan is 11. Leif 6. HuiYing 12. You know what? I'll do y'all it. Since it's an NPC, I get to roll dice. That I should have done that before the session, but yeah, there you go. HuiYing, you get the sense that this man just has a really fucking bad resting bitch face.
I know that feeling as someone who suffers from the same thing.
Like, that's just his face. As for the rest of y'all, like, is this man okay?
My character has resting bitch face too.
Oh yeah. I probably wouldn't even know what was going on, so whatever.
Yeah. Like
Where's the war zone?
Take me, war zone.
You point me towards your finest battle.
Yeah.
And he breaks the silence with, so, how many times did you see it?
I presume you're referring to the weird orb thing.
Yes.
Probably twice, at least for us three. Don't know about the tall, shiny one.
Looks at you, 70.
Hold on. Not from my time, but recently, yes. Just once with them.
Okay.
Thought he was putting the captain on hold. Like, holy shit.
Damn.
Power move.
Showing dominance.
Posing,
So
showing dominance, T-posing.
If 70 T poses in this room, it's something's about to get knocked off. Just letting
Do
you
it,
all know.
T-pose.
Remember, long arms.
Long arms. This you guys see that when you say twice, dragon just sighs. And how big was it? Because by the reports I've been told, it was the size of a small. What's the D&D equivalent of basketball? Well, it was a small orb.
Watermelon size.
Watermelon.
Size of a watermelon.
Morgan will just make a. Morgan will just kind of make the dimensions of a sphere in his hands.
Really, Hook? Really?
Yes.
What?
Morgan will just try to like make the dimensions of how like average dimension of how the sphere was in his hand and give that general shape.
You see like a little bit of like the glare that he has on his face like dampen up a little bit. It's like, okay, that's all of you. There's something unnatural about you all, isn't it?
Would you say that?
Something.
A little hurt by that comment.
Something unnatural about you, huh? Tiefling?
Tiefling, those horns.
I have my scarf around my neck. I just pull it up. Just Leif pulls it up to their face, like.
Something unnatural in a sense that you have always had in your entire lives. But you know that if anybody else saw it, they would, well, just call it unnatural. Am I wrong?
We know about the general attitude towards people that have those sorts of unique abilities.
You have heard stories of how they're dealt with. Usually they're either shunned off, detained. It's never good. And this man is looking directly at y'all and like basically just saying it out loud and saying, like, y'all have that, right?
Morgan's gonna turn to look at two to his left and then the tall, shiny one to his right. And he's just going to turn back to Dragon and say, I'm not going to say that I specifically have anything like what you're describing, but from the way we've heard, they're exactly the most liked of people.
Question.
Hmm?
Sorry.
Why would we admit it if we did?
Wait, I have a question. I thought you said that these seem natural to us. They don't feel weird.
For you guys, it doesn't feel weird, but you would know how other people would perceive them.
Oh, okay.
Like
Okay.
to you, it's natural, but it's like it's one of those things where like, okay, I can do this. It's natural to me, but if I show this to somebody else, they're gonna say like, "What the fuck?"
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
in that sense. Dragon just looks back at you, Morgan, and is like, "Well, you should probably do. It's better. It's in your best interest to admit it because you guys are in deep trouble right now. Noble
For what?
Do
or
anything.
well, you guys were able to move in the presence of a black orb. That black orb, well, is usually 10 times the size that you just described. Even bigger, the 10 times is the smallest I've ever seen. It renders everyone in its vicinity useless, paralyzed. I've had people die because of that. It's different effect depending on how potent it is, how strong it is, how big it is. And the only people who are able to move are the people with some sort of unnatural ability to them.
What happens if we don't tell you?
Well, your denial confirms one thing, but if you don't tell me, you will probably be put back in jail and tried as a, say, criminal of some sort.
Or doing effectively nothing.
He just like lets out a sigh.
Matter of fact,
I go
not
and
just doing nothing. He saved a man's life, and then we'd be arrested for it. Funny how things work.
I go and say, why would I have any reason to betray other than pushing the war forward?
He looks at you, Yosemite, for a little bit. Like, I've never. You're an odd one out of everybody.
That's real.
But that's how he just said, like, basically, like, gives off this like expression as like, it's like he shakes his head as like, that's how it's done apparently. And it is very, how should I put this? I want you to admit that you have an ability to me, so that I can give you a safe passage.
Insight.
Yeah, I want to insight this.
Wait, do
Can we all
we know we have a special ability?
You personally, yeah, you would know that. You personally do know that you have it. You guys don't have the knowledge that anybody else has it. You've never met anybody like you guys ever before.
Still want to insight this dude.
Insight.
Go right ahead.
Insight. Do it. Do it.
Oh, what the fuck?
Fuck.
That's my second natural one. I'm saying, like, in this campaign, for some
Okay,
reason. we always
just roll a
roll
physical die, HuiYing. Like, that's bullshit.
Or
I mean,
can
I've got a
get
low insight stat anyway. This is normal.
Where is
A
that?
10.
Should be on the drawer, top of the drawers.
I don't have a physical die.
Okay, I'll look.
Neither do I.
And perish.
Yeah, because if it's
Whatever rolls I get, here's what I get until I might die.
if I see like a continuous pattern of like you guys getting shit rolls, I'll allow physical dice to at least one of y'all.
Am I re-rolling this one?
Yeah, just reroll the insight.
Okay. I should have had. I don't have like a little cup I can put this in. Okay, I have to. That's a 10.
10,
Like added with the.
added 10.
Yeah.
2 10. Let me try see. Let me see what I roll. Okay. Okay. That's a shit roll.
Can someone roll for me?
You probably wouldn't have to because that's a.
Yeah, it's been downloaded.
Wait, what did 70 roll for?
4.
I would say it matches. So yeah, everybody gets it.
Fucking how?
It's
Wait, my natural one would have gotten it.
yeah. I rolled a fucking 4. Okay. You guys got to read that this man had like. He is not lying. First of all. Second of all, he sounds frustrated, as pretty much how Morgan you just pointed out. That's like, you guys did nothing wrong. You guys literally, the fact that you guys did nothing wrong, you guys got put in jail. There's a frustration in his voice when he's presenting this idea to you guys. Like, I want you guys to admit that to me because I want to know that it's like true, so I can give you guys safe passage. Like, there's no ill intent. You guys notice that, like, there's no lie in this. Like, you guys don't notice anything like that.
I speak out and say, I do feel I have a disability ever since I've woken up.
Looks at you, 70, for a little bit, nods.
Does he want us to explain it or just to admit that we have something?
Just wants you to admit it for now.
Okay.
Objection.
Overruled.
That's a say hearsay.
Morgan's gonna cock him a suspicious eye and just, oh, yeah, I can perform some kind of trick. I have to.
I guess I'll just like raise like a hand just to like affirm.
Leif looks to the ground and is like, I can too.
Look ashamed, like you just got caught doing something you shouldn't.
Right? like just puppy sad eyes, just looking down.
Now,
like, I
now you're
too.
gonna be grounded. You're gonna get
Gonna be
grounded.
grounded.
Don't tell my aunt.
Don't tell my aunt.
Dragon just waits for a second, and I'd say because he rolled so shitty, I'm gonna say you guys got to notice that he's waiting for something to happen, but it doesn't happen.
Building explodes.
Roll initiative.
Aliens.
Man busts through the door.
And he is like, his eyes, as grouchy as his face, like his resting bitch face is, you guys can sense that his eyes are lit up. Partially in disbelief, you guys can just notice like he's outright just like slowly about it, like straightens up a little bit. Wow. 4 of you. 4. Same time. This is something else. He collects himself for a second because you guys can notice that there's something about him, like he is trying to, like, I guess, like,
Piece together stuff.
I don't want to like make you guys roll another insight, honestly, but it's just he's like restoring himself to back his demeanor that he had before, like before his eyes started like
himself.
Yeah, collecting himself basically. And
Does he look at us like he's like a nerd that just like, I don't know, is like researching something?
It's more of I want one of you guys to roll insight.
I guess I gotta do that. Wait, do you want me to keep rolling on the die? Or just keep rolling on the thing?
For now, just roll a die, a physical die.
Okay. That's a 19 plus 5.
Okay, that's good enough. Because this man does not have that much. Okay. Actually, just in case. Nah, that's bullshit. He looks, just by looking at him, you can tell he looks more relieved than anything. Shocked slightly. Something's odd about this. It's like finding something so rare, but like 4 of them at the same time. Like, what the fuck? And he's just sitting there. It's like there's a mix of disbelief, relief, and just general shock. And he's doing this all while he's trying to collect himself back to his demeanor.
Rare
Yes.
Pokemon.
You're rare Pokemons.
Does it look like whenever you pull for a 5-star character? 4
Yeah.
times in a row.
Basically. It's like,
Give me our Taquito.
give me Ito.
Can I ask? Is this dude part of the military, or is he like this
He-
royal or
he-
noble?
Wait, who rolled high? It was Morgan and HuiYing, right?
Yeah.
70. You don't see any military per se, though it is some sort of because military would count as at the outer sector. He is more of the inner sector police, some sort of rank. You can assume that.
So he's some sort of official, but not
Not military, but he is an official.
okay.
I forgot what the inner like a non-military official are called, like police force, basically, something like that. Like he's an official of that.
Okay. I speak out and say, "When are you gonna stall me? Please return me to the battlefield at once."
Oh no! You cannot be seen there anymore.
And why not?
Because you all are under my, well, just by admitting that you guys have abilities, unnatural abilities, you guys are now under my protection.
I mean, they feel pretty natural, if I'm being honest.
Yes, they do.
I'm
But-
not some special forces. I'm a shield.
Yes, but your shield is much more. Let's say it's required here more than the battlefield out there. You guys need to know something. That this kingdom doesn't exactly, well, there are shadows that needs to be uncovered. And he just like lets out a sigh. He's like, you guys cannot be out in the public anymore. Because the moment the nobles take notice of an unnatural ability user, they'll do anything in their power to take you down. Nobles, high nobles. Hell, I wouldn't be surprised if the royalty was behind all this.
I
Can I
tend to
ask what
stay
about our family? What about our families?
Leaf's head snapped up at that comment.
Yeah,
Your-
our family.
Your families are safe. It's in you as an individuals. As long as you are under my shadow, no one will, well, doubt. Well, no one will question you. Though you will have to disguise yourselves as different than you used to be. Whatever work, whatever position, whatever rank you hold is no longer. Now you work directly under me. And I need you to trust me.
Morgan's gonna step forward, and he's just about point at this dude. I hate have to mention this, but I can't exactly disappear from the public eye.
You don't have
be a
to.
bit- It would be a bit too suspicious for it to happen twice.
He
I
looks.
must ask, what
Hmm?
what country is this?
He looks at you, Semity, as like, well, it's the kingdom of Cordolia.
Not Yillian?
No, he just squints at you slowly.
Leaf finally looks like, is like, wait. What about our families?
Semi
get to
looks a
see
little
him.
bit confused, like physically.
Where the fuck am I?
Yeah.
Pikachu shock face. Like gasp? What?
Like a hand on the helmet, like what?
I was supposed to go
Nani?
to Target.
Walked
Okay,
into the hot topic.
one by one. It looks at you, Sammy. Like, were you not made in the outer sector?
No. I was made in Yillian.
Just cocks his head a little bit. I was like, okay, well, how did you? Okay, I don't know if I should be even asking that. How did you end up here?
What? In what way? Before or after?
Just, I'm just asking. He's like saying, "It's like how did you enter Cordolia from the outside?"
I was buried, slept for who knows how long. Then I got dug up.
Interesting. You've never seen one of you like you before with an ability. And then turns slowly to you, Leif. Your families would be fine. You, and it turns to you, Morgan. You do not have to, disappear from from the public, well, entirely. Since you'll be working under me, you'll be working specifically as a guild. Everybody will be notified, all concerning parties. There will be few names out there that will be opposed to the idea, but as long as you're under my name, you should be fine. And as you're working... as you're working for me, you need to trust me. Does anybody object to that?
I say this since I have nowhere to go. I am your tool.
He puts out a finger like, that's one. Looks at the rest of y'all.
Oh wait, I do we get to at least still talk to our, like, friends, family?
Yeah, he basically specified like nothing's really changed. It's just you working for him, and you'll be working as a guild, meaning the details will be revealed later.
Okay. I look sad, but I said okay.
It's two. Looks at the remaining two.
Leif lets out a sigh and just yes, okay.
Three. Looks at you, Morgan.
Morgan just kind of like pinches the bridge of his nose. Like, God, this has been a long day. And he looks up at this ice dragon guy. And he says, well, working in the shadows isn't exactly anything I'm too disfamiliar with, but are we at least going to be helping people?
The moment you mentioned that, well, since you're the only one who talked back to him in that sense, roll me a persuasion check just in case. It's a soft check.
Asian. That's a 7.
Let's see how he rolls. Ba-ba-da-boop. Should I buy a new dice? Like, what the fuck?
Yarn store. Should I get new yarn?
On my physical dice, I rolled natural one like 4 times now.
What is this XCOM levels of
Like,
BS?
After this session, you put that thing in dice jail.
yes, it is going to dice jail. Like, what the fuck?
I'll do it again.
Fuck, I don't even know. Okay, well, you did, okay. You kind of fit the criteria then. When you say that he kind of like has a sad look on him and just turns to you and says, and he has this cup of water in front of him, and he just says, "You will be helping your people." And you see the glass of water in his hand gets colder. There's cold, you guys can feel the cold wind coming from his direction as the glass of water in his hand just completely crunches up with the sound of a crack and is turned to ice.
Can we tell that this is unmagical and it's like an ability?
It's an ability. And he puts away the glass.
For helping someone, then I guess I can take part.
He nods, and you guys all sense the same thing. He just used an ability.
What do you mean by ability? Like similar to us, or just?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
The glass of water that he just turned to ice.
I know his ability. He's got his own air conditioning.
And his own AC unit.
Ice Dragon AC.
One of us.
He puts away the glass of ice, question mark. Puts it away. And we are being targeted. And there's not a lot of us out there.
Look around to each other like, oh, I mean...
That is a surprise to me as well. That's 4 of us just popped in front of me out of nowhere.
Give me a weapon and I will execute them swiftly.
Just takes a side step away from 70.
I'm just staring at him like, what the fuck?
That's still having the strict look in his face as he just cracks a smile. Like, well, I appreciate the enthusiasm. Not what we would be doing. Oh, for the most part at least. You guys need to build yourself up. There's a lot of powers in hand in this situation. I need you to trust me as much as I'm going to trust you. There's more of us out there. Not a lot. Some in position of power, and some in not. But all of this has to be done in the shadows. No one is to know about these abilities. No one is to know that you were caught around a black orb. If anybody asks about the incident, you said you will refer to the Ice Dragon. And they will have to go through me.
Yes, sir.
I asked him, wait, do they know about your ability too?
No, they don't. Well, those who are targeting me, at least they don't. Targeting
So
us.
is the Ice Dragon title completely coincidental then?
They called me because well, they called me because I killed the ice dragon, but it was more like I put a finishing blow on it. Or a white dragon, to be specific.
Ah, so it is coincidental. That's
In
fun.
a sense, yeah. But it was also the time I first learned about my ability. I always knew I had something, but not what it was. Until I was faced against a creature that spews ice like it's nothing. But that's a long story of the history. You guys... Do you guys understand the gravity of this situation? Right?
Yes, sir.
Suppose so.
Best case scenario, if you guys are found out, is exile. And that's the best case.
What's the worst case?
You mentioned that, roll in hindsight, Morgan.
You're asking me to roll my worst stats.
You're the one asking a question, though. All these
Get a slap on the
questions.
wrist.
That's another 5.
Let me see.
Should probably be rolling some dice. It's
Get a slap on the wrist.
XCOM rolls.
You mentioned that, and you notice a look on his face, but you can't discern what exactly was it. He just, and then he continues on. It's like, well, the worst case is being denied to be a person. But all in all, the point is to not get caught. As for the details of what you're going to be doing from now on is, number 1, you work for me. Anybody questions your status, you work for the Ice Dragon. As much as I hate that title, I'm in a position to help others. Number 2, you will be put in a guild hall. Well, I say hall, but it's more of a building, a shack. You will be provided with a building of your own, run by a good friend of mine. He can be trusted. That will be number 3, at least to number 3. That place will be your main residence. You guys will get your jobs, quests, daily livings from and in their building. It is a very old guild called the Adventuring Guild. Used to be pretty common back in the day. But nowadays, with the rise of all the specific guilds, adventuring guilds are kind of, well, redundant. And that would be your safe haven. You are still allowed to be in public, you are still allowed to meet your family. But avoid anyone who questions you on the incident of the orb. The black orb is not something you should be anywhere near. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
I nod. Yeah, I nod.
I.
All right. That's it's good to have more people on our side. Well, I'll have Trinket guide you out. And he pulls out a piece of parchment. And you see him writing some, like, scribble up some stuff, like details. And you see a stamp on his table, and he, like, presses it down, and you see a glow at the edge of the stamp where it makes contact with the paper. And he rolls it up and, like, just ties it up in a bow. And he does something very peculiar, which is, like, he knocks on the table itself, like, just... And the door just swings open. And some of you might be expecting Trinket to come in, but in walks in this very tall figure with a with this, like, this you know, like, those, I don't know, it's like a blue collar jobs, like the dress shirt with the tie all the way tucked up, and this, like, office wear, basically, like, tucked into his pants, and, like, it's like formal wear in an office setting, like that. But the skin is entirely red. This man is taller than any of you guys. He's taller than the post, the frame of the door itself.
Taller than me.
Yeah, this man is long.
Long.
Long boy.
Long. And as you guys are looking, his entire skin seems to be red, and he seems to be humanoid, like normal humanoid, but the skin is red and has this weird, odd texture, like crayon-like texture to it. And the nails are, like, painted black. No other feature other than that. It seems pretty normal. When you see the door swing open, and you guys see this figure, the door frame cuts his head, like this visage of this being until his head, like, you cannot see his face or the head entirely. And as this man ducks down, Morgan, you have something in your eye. 70, you glitch for a second. Leif, you have to sneeze. HuiYing, you get distracted by a piece of paper on the floor.
What the fuck? That's weird.
And as you're walking by, you see this man walk in. It's like for a second, and, like, all these things that are happening, you guys are, like, fixing yourself into look back at this man. His face, like, something, a bird flies out from the window, and, like, it just starts fluttering in front of you guys, like, feathers all over the place. Enough feathers to, I don't know, kill 10 birds, yet this one bird is just shedding feathers in front of you guys' faces, enough to block his face from you guys' eyesight. As this man grabs the piece of paper, and you guys are, like, getting this feathers off you guys' bodies.
What?
And as the bird, like, leaves the window all of a sudden, and you guys are, like, clearing yourself, and this man is trying to leave. You guys see like some sort of like a radiator equivalent in this room. Like, it just puffs up into a smoke, like, it just malfunctions, and a puff of smoke, like, boosts towards you guys, like, in between you guys' eyesight, where you guys can see the body but not the face, as this man ducks down from the doorway, the frame, and this just slams the door shut behind him and leaves. And everything goes back to normal with the feathers on the floor.
That's pretty normal.
So we just got teleported?
No. This man with the red texture to his skin, with the suit and tie, very long man, walked in, grabbed the piece of paper that is rolled up, and leave. All in all, while you guys were trying to look at this man's face, something was happening.
Oh.
To avoid from you to see his face.
He
Tried to look
basically
at
pulled
him.
to like Miss Bellum.
Yeah.
Damn it,
from
got hacked.
Chronicles.
Pretty
Tried
much.
to look at him, but all we saw was the Gmod texture not loading. Full checkerboard.
Pink and blue. Or like The Sims, whenever you don't have the texture pack or something. Not texture pack, the CC.
As Dragon just like looks at you as, oh, I should have warned you guys. That was Randall. You can't look at his face.
Then something bad will happen, or you physically cannot look at his face.
You physically cannot look at his face.
Got some odd employees.
Yeah, he's a special individual. But that's Randall.
He hired us, you know.
I'd say I look rather normal.
Leaf sweats nervously.
Looks at the other three next to him. It's like,
Leaf sweats nervously.
Then you guys hear the door open, and then you hear a knock on the door, similar to what Trinket did. And yeah, Dragon looks at you guys. Well, with all that's said and done, I'll have Trinket guide you guys towards your new residence. You have 2-3 days to pack your things up, get yourself sorted out, and, well, have to just meet up in one place and have Trinket pick you up. I am glad you guys are here.
I go and ask, sir, if I may speak out.
Go ahead.
What happened to the defilement?
Okay, this is a GM. What the heck is a defilement again?
It's something long ago. I'm just gonna say it's like demons.
Okay, we
It's
can
like pre-Scourge.
Scourge, demons, plague, whatever.
Okay, as a DM player, let's touch up on that at another time. As a roleplay aspect, he's just gonna look Dragons are looking at you. I'm not familiar with that, but
I mean, it's literally just fluff.
okay. Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
expect you to put it in. That's why I didn't mention it.
Okay, well, for now, it's the Dragon just looked at, well, I'm not familiar with that, but I believe I can look into that.
Sorry about that, Ronan.
No, you're good.
Now everyone's confused.
Confusion. But
I am confusion.
it's fine. Trust me, half of D&D is just fluff. But yeah, as you guys leave, you guys see you open the door, and you see Trinket waiting outside for y'all.
I Trinket.
I follow the group.
All right, Trinket waves at you, Leif. It's like, so how did it go? Actually, no, I'm not allowed to ask you guys. All right, moving on.
Morgan's gonna lag behind the others for a bit and turn to the Ice Dragon. Oh, we're operating as a guild. We can't tell anybody what we're doing or who we really are. We have some kind of badge or symbol of authority that lets people actually know that we're working for you.
That's the one part of working for me. Nobody wants to work for the Ice Dragon. He just gives you a little smile.
But they're just gonna believe us at our word.
Yes.
And Morgan just like, he looks tired, just like, oh, okay. And I just like, if you say so, and he walks out of the door.
Okay. Roll me history, Morgan, just in case. It's like a simple soft check.
Very specific shit.
What the fuck?
XCOM rolls.
Oh my god. Well, it's already 10 o'clock. We can just skip it. All right. Yeah, you try to like recall like what he means by like nobody wants to work with Ice Dragon. So, but that's revealed in the future. You know, that's the kind of vibe you get. As you guys are all following Trinket.
I follow the group.
All right. Trinket, in his all-purposeful, pompous, one-step, chest puffed out walk, leading you guys back to the horse carriage. All right, off to and he looks at a piece of paper that he's been given. Whoa. So we are gonna head towards the intersector, towards the adventuring guild. You guys notice, like, easily notice the confusion in his voice. Like, awesome.
He doesn't know where that is.
I'm gonna roll survival just in case.
Survival.
I don't
We've
know
all been
shit about
rolling well
fuck.
today.
I rolled a 5, so that'll let you guys know next time.
He does not know where he's going.
You guys load up to the carriage as you guys are led off towards you guys' new residence, just to check it out. You guys are given a few days to gather your bearings, gather your belongings, that'll like let your private matters be dealt with. As loaded with new information, more mystery, odd realization that there are more of you out there, as we will conclude our second session. Good job, y'all.
Yay!
Yay!
Wait, in the next session, do we get to take care of things, or do we just assume that we took care of it?
Your choice. You just let me know what you guys are trying to do beforehand. You guys have about 3 days worth of things to get sorted out. If you have any, if you guys don't have anything to get sorted out, we can just skip on over to the guild hall, wherever you. Well, it's more like a building.
We get our stuff back.
Do I get my meat?
get the meat? Because you guys agreed to work with Dragon, you guys get all your stuff back. You guys are no longer criminals. You guys get your status as individual citizens, whatever status you guys held back. So
Wait, I
Morgan,
was a criminal?
you were
I'm
held.
kidding, I'm kidding.
Jail.
I was a criminal.
You're the only one that really wasn't, honestly.
You did nothing wrong, my dude.
You were just there.
You just showed up.
Uh-huh.
We were the ones that murdered those innocent zombies.
Innocent.
The audacity of us.
So the whole shtick behind the shtick, but let me put up something. Yeah, the whole reasoning behind this whole thing is like, it is unjust. The system is fucking broken, and Dragon kind of reveals that to you guys, that his frustration is more than enough to reveal that the system is fucking broken. It is set against you guys, especially. Anything unnatural is shot down.
With a gun.
Yes.
That's my job.
Alright, let me turn back to the chat. Hello, Rosewolf. Hello, Selby. Nan, how's it going? Welcome.
This was fun, Ronan.
Yeah, sorry if I ever felt like I was dragging it out. It was more like, especially the first introductory part hook. I thought it was going to take much less time, but it took like, what, a whole hour?
Yeah, but I mean, intros are like that.
Yeah, it was like 40 minutes of just like trying to figure things out. But yeah, thank y'all for coming, boy. Thank y'all for playing. You guys did an amazing job with the roleplay. I am still learning how to roleplay, so bear with me.
Me.
Take your time.
I feel it.
Yeah, like this is like I'm still new to DMing and everything, so this is every session is a learning experience for me.
I mean, you're putting together a pretty decent narrative, despite not being super affluent with DMing, at least not for a good while. So
Yeah,
you're doing well.
thank you. And y'all are just knocking it out of the park, like with the whole interactions and player interactions and such. Like I like that. Hopefully you guys keep it up, and this is second session, y'all.
Yay.
Welcome to the Prince Division.
Welcome to the Prince Division.
This is fun.
Ooh,
Yourself a
stretch.
stretch.
Everybody stretch. Thank you for the stretchies, because I was just love stretching too. Oh my god, that felt good. Lots of lore stuff got dropped. Lore in the sense that basically the premise of you guys this game, what you guys be doing, what's the basically what's the word? Goal? Question marks? You guys are given a goal with a big old question mark at the end of it, basically. And a unlikely ally, a noble that is very high ranking and has an ability.
You're suspicious as fuck.
That too, he is.
It's okay.
Wait,
we have
wait.
Trinket. We have
Are you
Trinket.
gonna
It's
draw?
fine.
Are you gonna draw this guy? Are you gonna draw a dragon?
I was planning to at some point.
I cannot draw. Is he a dragon?
Oh, because you're gonna make him look like one of the Orin guys, and we don't want
No,
that.
God.
I'm not. But
But
Lord.
if you plan to, you should. You should just saying.
Costume.
I was planning on drawing my NPCs at some point. It's just it's gonna be a slow drag to draw all of them if I'm gonna be the one drawing them.
I'll draw all your
Fine,
young,
please.
hot, attractive characters. I'll do that. For free.
Ah, so none of them.
It's time to pull out the pit crews.
Good
Uh,
luck.
Yeah, I think I specified that Dragon is young. Like he's hella young for his position. Like he should not have that position at all.
Yeah, he did say he was young, but he had a
Yeah.
very, very grumpy look.
Yeah, the look,
that's
the vibe,
nice.
yeah, the vibe that he gives off is not of it's like a 24-year-old basically. It's like that is not what a 24-year-old sounds like, looks like even so, to a certain extent. Like the look that he gives.
Yes, the youth of immortality.
But yeah, this it's a very odd vibe to him. But you guys work for someone named Ice Dragon, who is famous for killing an ice or white dragon.
Making me feel like we just got like inducted into the mafia.
Well.
Welcome to the family.
Welcome to the familia.
I'm
Yes.
hoping
Call
for the
me
next session
Godfather.
to be. Huh?
What's up?
But question, I'm sorry, back to, but is he attractive?
Is he attractive?
That's important to me to know. Is he attractive?
Fuck's sake.
He hot.
Is he?
Is he hot?
Fuck's sake. I mean, was it Edgeworth? It kind of looks like him. So your choice.
Except he has a long hair. He has a ponytail too.
He looks like a younger version of Edgeworth.
Pretty much. I would say just like Edgeworth, just because of the way his faces, Dragon's faces. Also, he has the hairstyle and everything is the same. It's just he has a ponytail in the back. Is he Vax hot? You know what? If Vax had more wrinkles, like not wrinkles, but like more what are those Itachi lines that people have?
Oh my god.
Then
So
yeah.
he's just like Casanova. He is like Casanova.
Oh my god.
Casanova.
Casanova.
He is.
Pretty much, yeah, actually. Thinking back. That is the conclusion. That effectively concludes our second session. We will outro. Let's bring that up. I'll kick us off. I am Ronan Quincy. I stream on this channel. I am a VTuber. I have giant VTuber for anybody who's coming from the outside of the VTubing world somehow.
Somehow.
Somehow. I am new to DMing, the DM for this game, so I'm new to DMing, and this whole thing is. I really want to get into the roleplay aspect of it because I like the different. It's just me switching from one character to another is hard. I feel the struggle there because I'm so used to the player, like being a player, that I just have to put my mind on this one face, and then voila, I just keep that voice throughout the campaign, really. But as a DM, you have to like shift around because you have to explain everything, detail, and you shift around the voices. And I really want to do that. I really want to get into that. So I'm going to be working on that more. Voices and such. That's pretty much streaming wise. Schedule is looking like, so far it's looking like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Elden Ring. Thursday, King's Quest, because it's a really charming little game that I really love. I think I have like 2 more chapters left, so about 2 more streams left. Friday is gonna be Casual Friday, where I sit in the voice chat in the cafe Discord and just watch videos and such. Anybody in the cafe is free to join. We just sit there and vibe. It's literally just Casual Friday. We just sit there and do our own thing, and I stream it. Saturday is going to be my off day from streaming, and then Sunday we are back with the 3rd session, which is going to be oh boy. You guys are going to be introduced with a lot of new it's going to be more world building stuff, and if possibly we get to it, you guys' very own first quest as a group.
Yay!
Yeah, you guys get to name stuff, buildings. I'll introduce new mechanics to what kind of basically world building mechanics, because you guys have some say in the place that you guys live in.
To the I Want Views Guild Hall.
I want views.
I want views.
I want views. I really need to make a habit of retweeting our game more often, like while the session is going on. Also, I need to get better at timing myself, because I want to end at 10, not like when I look at the time, oh shit, it's 10, and then I end it. So I'll get better. Thank you, Rose. I'll practice more, and the more session goes, I'll get the better idea I'll get of what to do when, because there is a time that we can take breaks from 8:30 to 9, I believe I said it was. Like around that time was like we could take 10-minute breaks within that 30-minute interval. I wasn't able to do it today because I totally like lost track of time playing the game. But yeah, that's pretty much it from me. Going down the list, Daftpython.
Hi diddly ho there.
Ho ho ho.
I'm Daftpython. You can find me at Daftpython on Twitter, but I don't really do anything there. Outside of that, you can find me here on Sundays when we play our dope game. You know about it, you're here. Outside of that, I don't really do much.
Next up, Meimay.
My stuff, give me views.
Give me views.
Go to her YouTube and give reviews.
The greed.
Well, actually, if we're gonna talk about this week specifically, I'm gonna be putting a lot of art out this week because it is a rare pair week for Genshin. So
Rare
I will
pair.
be uploading a whole bunch of stuff.
Happy Pride Month.
Happy
that's
Pride.
pretty much it.
Yeah. This is, hold on. This is a link to her YouTube channel if you guys are interested. Go over, subscribe, and give her views.
Yeah, give me views. It's all about the
Don't forget to
views.
like and subscribe and hit that bell.
Hit that bell
Hit that
button.
notification bell.
All right, up next
Subscribe.
we have
You do not like, we will find you.
I'll come for your kneecaps.
Like and Survive. It's like when like Daft made that joke last session. It was like the funniest shit ever.
I'm gonna be honest, I stole that from the Game Grumps and I feel no shame.
Oh Lord. Alright, up next we have Orange.
I stream. I'm gonna try to stream more often. I'm trying to finish Resident Evil, so catch me doing that. Probably do it tomorrow. You can find me on Twitter at OrangeLock, and same thing on Twitch, OrangeLock725. That's it.
Hey. Alright, that's awesome. Up next we have our new player. Welcome to the game Hook.
Yo, you can find me on Twitter, Twitch at HuiYing. I do games both visual novel wise and D&D wise, and do 3D art. So follow me if you want to see all that cool stuff. And yeah, I'll hand it over to you, Ronan.
Hey. I love seeing 4 different art styles on my screen.
I don't know what
Great.
you're talking about, man.
That would be going to make another PNG set because I'm not satisfied with it.
These all look totally normal and like they're from the same world.
Yep.
That world was Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
The way the story's fitting, and now I have an excuse to use the original outfit I designed for my character.
Yeah, you guys will have like casual wear or like official wear if you hold an official like position.
I got fired. I'm talking
You got fired. No,
Get fired? You're just probably going to be fired.
potentially fired. It's different. For those who are wondering, Daft's character and Meimay's character was drawn by Meimay. If you guys want to get the idea of what kind of art she does, that's the amazing art. It's fast as fuck.
It's hella good.
Hello.
fast. It took forever to do shit.
Yeah, you did that in one day. Normally people take
Right.
weeks.
Asked me for the specifics and references for my character, and like 3 hours later, you sent me like a detailed sketch, and then like 2 hours after that, you sent me an almost finished.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just so used to like every artist that I follow that does similar art to me. They are like, "Yeah, I got this in 2 hours." I'm like, "Oh, me about my 5 hours."
Work
And-
at your own pace. It's fine.
Yeah.
Question.
What's up?
Daft, is there another picture behind you that's you?
Yeah, I forgot to take it off.
Okay.
That's
You're
pretty
gonna
much
have to blame everything on Quinn.
there. Gone. Nobody saw nothing.
All you don't
Everyone start
understand is
talking,
that
say
there's
something.
always 2 of me at any given moment.
He's the real Echo Knight. Oh my god.
And what you don't realize is that boy works like Noob Saibot. There's always one, but then there's a second one.
And yeah, Orange's art, character art, is done by Orange. Look at that lovely little smile. Orange is silent.
Quiet.
Moil.
So quiet.
Just like,
Orange is done
Yeah.
art. Orange art done by Orange, and it's just complete silence.
too stunned to speak.
Okay. And then the Hook's art was done by me. I spent like 5 hours on that bitch. I cooked something up. I was legit not expecting it to come out so good the way it did.
It
But-
is good.
It looks
Pretty
great.
Yeah, it was like this is like, oh my god, it actually came out really good.
With all the nitpicks I've been saying.
No, this is like the placeholder. I'll work on a little bit more to fit your design, the one that you sent me. I'll ask you like what like how closer, like which reference pick is it closer to, is the design closer to, and the Ronin one is that you guys keep seeing drinking coffee throughout the session is also drawn by me.